Hey, this is Chris Jericho, and you're listening to the Shout It Out Loudcast. They're going to give you a reason to live, make you feel like you're the king of the mountain, and when it's all said and done, they're going to dance all over your face. Oh, yeah! We got some good-looking girls! Oh, yeah!
Shout it out loud, yeah. Shout it out loud, yeah. Shout it out loud, yeah. I like it.
The year is 1984. The album is Out of the Cellar by Ratt. Welcome to episode 71 of the Album Review Crew. We're about to examine this seminal and classic hair metal, glam metal, classic hard rock, whatever you want to call it, legendary album. We're soon going to be joined by our friend and the host of Rocktails. Ahmet Zappa will be here, but for now, Zeus, it's me and you. What's up?
Yeah, excited to have Ahmet on. He's always a blast. Can't wait to see what he has to say about Ratt. And but before we do that, we're going to the era that destroyed a lot of these bands like Ratt.
Yeah, good point.
We're going to go back and look at Alice in Chains' Dirt and go over the feedback for that.
Yep. So we did a poll. What is your favorite song? The options for Dirt were Them Bones, Wood, Angry Chair, and Rooster. Wood takes the cake here with 43%. Then we got Them Bones at 29, Rooster at 17, Angry Chair at 11. A lot of mixed reviews on this album because we know some people love and hate grunge. Our buddy Andy, Damn That River is my personal favorite. St. Van Halen says, looking forward to this one. Jerry Cantrell is a songwriting genius. Yes, he is. Twisted Kister, I'll take Angry Chair from this list, but Damn That River overall. Still listen to the episode. Definitely a no skips album. D.S. Wiley says, I'll take Damn That River or Rain When I Die. Yeah, a lot of people like Damn That River. That's one of my all-time favorites too. And then for the episode itself, we take a look here. Party Man says, great pick, Tom. Our buddy Steve says, I never liked grunge. I never have and I never will. Even though this isn't my kind of music, I always listen because Tom and Zeus make every episode a must listen.
Tom, yeah, I'm going to jump in on that.
Please do.
You've always tried to kind of tell me that your theory is people rather listen to the host than the topic.
100%. I always say that.
Really still believe that. I don't know if you might be right. I never thought that was the case.
Yes.
Because we have this discussion. I think talking about Kiss, we've talked about this. So the footy pajamas or the boring people, the people that make Kiss boring, there is a floor. Like they will get maybe 1,000 listeners.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Correct.
Just because it's Kiss.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Anybody that's listening does a Kiss podcast should be getting 1,000 listeners.
That's right.
But the problem with that is it's the same people that listen to all those podcasts.
Yes.
Because it's the topic and they have to hear everything about everybody.
That's
they
right.
don't care who it is. It's just, there's information about Kiss. I want to hear them.
Yep.
What separates you is if you can have a topic that interests people, but actually the people interested. So the people that don't have to like that topic, they'll still listen.
That's right. That's my Steve kind of makes my point. Steve loves listening to us. He doesn't like grunge or Alice in Chains or Dirt, but he wants to hear the episode because he wants to hear what we have to say about it. There's a lot of podcasts I listen to the same thing, whether it's a movie podcast or like a horror movie thing. I'm like, this movie kind of sucks, but you know what? I know that they're going to have a fun time talking about it and shooting the shit.
But you have to have some interest in the topic.
Yeah, but I would like to think in this case, Steve's interest is music and us talking about music and having Matt Kinfield on to break it down.
Dairy products.
Yeah, exactly.
And the different forms of milk.
Right. Well, wait. You spoil. Hold on. You're ruining our new sidecast. Dairy with Tom and Zeus. Okay.
Today I tried skim milk, Tom.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned for when I break down the different flavors of cottage cheese.
We're going to get into
Cottage cheese ass.
almond milk next as our bonus episode.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying.
How long would that last? I think people would be like, dude, I'm
How
not
long would
listening to these guys
how long would
talking
it
about
last?
almond milk.
Why would we stop? I would cancel ourselves if we started that.
But it was just, I always find
yeah.
that shit interesting.
Yeah.
And this is why we always talk when we say our show and stuff. We're like, we don't get just the ordinary, just the Kiss people. We get beyond that.
Yes.
And that's why we are where we are. But
Right.
like we're hitting people that aren't just Kiss fans.
Yeah. They want to hear like fun and entertaining silliness and insight and guests and whatever. Yeah. They want us.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It's flattering. So I appreciate it.
That being said, that wraps up Twitter. So Steve's comment wraps up Twitter. It's a nice way to wrap up Twitter this month for ARC.
Thank you for the discussion there, Thomas.
Yes.
Over on Facebook, oh God, Kevon Japson.
Uh-oh.
Feel my leg getting virtually raped by him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking excellent record. I was thrown off by Down in a Hole as track 4. It's second to last on my version. I know there was you're absolutely right, Kevin. There are different versions, have different stuff. We just went with the generic one that's on my phone or my CD. So I just follow that. Matt rules, and he was the perfect guest for this one. Another stellar performance by Zeus on Famous Last Words. I don't remember what I did, but I'm sure it was good.
Yeah, I wish I remembered too. I don't. It was a fucking month ago.
Yeah, I think I did that. He does off.
Oh, angry chair.
Angry chair. The great Anthony Barone, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, the tax man.
The tax man from ABCPA Inc. Make sure taxes are coming around the corner. Make sure you guys get a hold of him.
That's right.
Besides that, our Hall of Fame episode will be coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how that goes. There might be a couple people getting booted out of the Hall of Fame, too, Tom. But we'll see how that goes.
That'd be a nice ceremony.
Oh, fucking. Oh, God. No.
Put you in the O.J. Simpson. Fucking,
in the O.J. Simpson wing of the
O.J.
Hall of
Simpson
Fame.
round. This year we announced.
These people are booted out. Such an amazing record. I can't wait to listen to the episode. Well, I hope you have listened to it, Tony. It's been a while. The great Jason Warden. Awesome pick and awesome guest. Great to see Matt back after his recent health issues. Can't wait. That guy's a machine. God bless him.
Unreal.
Dude, I think he was left for dead twice and he's battled back. God
Literally.
bless him.
Yep.
Yeah. Darren Hunt. Can't wait to listen. I was already a huge AIC fan, but this album definitely sealed the deal. Easily in my all-time top 5 list. Wow.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Kenner says, holy shit. Thank you, Tom, for this one finally make it on here. I've tried to get it on a Patriot pick so many times.
Yep, I know.
We know. There's a few Patreon picks that always go into the multiple choice and then never get picked.
Not only do they never get picked, they just get killed.
Yeah,
So-
this is one of them that we're doing this month. It never made it through.
Yep.
This
good
album
point.
instantly takes me back to high school. Already been a huge AIC fan off of Facelift. This album is haunting, in your face, and you won't be the same after hearing it. The pummeling, ass-kicking open of Them Bones takes you on a dark ride through a landscape of musical genius rarely heard. I can't gush enough about this album. So glad I saw Lane with the band once at Kiss's second reunion tour show at Freedom Hill. Again, thank you so much for reviewing this, and with the great Matt Pinfield, no less. We
Nice.
appreciate Matt, and he's a good friend of the show now, and we love talking with him. So, Thomas Warhol, such a great album. I've been an AIC fan since seeing them on the Clash of Titans tour in '91 in Minnesota. Man in the Box was just getting radio play. It was hot as hell out that day, and AIC put on a hell of a show. Insane to think that it's just 4 people creating that sound. So sonically powerful. Great point.
Excellent
Absolute
point.
Great point, Thomas.
Yep. Very good point.
Yeah, coming out of one guitar and one bassist and drummer. So, anyways, let's go to Loudcasters, Tom.
Okay.
Okay. Michael Murphy. Finally, this masterpiece gets its due. Although Zeus had it ranked well behind Night Songs and Bon Jovi, but I digress.
It's okay.
You need to be in a mood to listen to this.
Yes.
I don't need to be in a mood to listen to the other ones. And it doesn't take it down any further. I love those other albums, and I love this album. So a Desert Island album for me, and one of the many standouts in the grunge era. Cantrell is arguably the most gifted songwriter of the era, or any era for that matter, and his, as well as Lane's talents, are on full display here. Great pick, great episode. I think we had that conversation, Tom. Name the best duo in a grunge band.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will beat Lane and Jerry.
No, the only thing you could come close to might be some of the guys from Pearl Jam, like Stone and Eddie, or Jeff and like something like that. Maybe.
See, if you start taking Eddie, Stone wrote a lot of the
That's
songs.
what I mean. Right. That's what I mean.
Then you're leaving out Mike McCready's guitar.
Right.
So you go Mike and then take out the songwriting of Stone. Like but these two are a no-brainer.
No
That's
brainers.
me,
No
right?
brainers.
That's how I look at it, and that's why I think they should deserve to get the credit that they deserve.
Yeah, and with all due respect to Lane Staley, God rest his soul, I mean, Jerry Cantrell proved that with the 3 albums they've done so far with William Duvall, that his songwriting ability and his ability to write riffs and and his solo career, no less, that we've seen live in concert, Jerry Cantrell. I mean, yeah, he's freaking brilliant.
Yeah, and then once you add in the vocals of Lane, oh God,
forget it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Neil Hansen. Thanks, Tom, for getting the ARC back on track.
Oh,
there have been some clunkers, at least to me, the last few months. Thanks, Neil. The self-titled record probably edges out Dirt as my favorite. All right, I take it back that he just said that as my favorite AIC album, but there's no denying Dirt is a masterpiece. The fact that he likes Three-Legged Dog, AIC, self-titled, whatever you want to call it, I will take back any insult I had for you, Neil, because it is so fucking underrated. Just from the opening, I don't even know which I would take, Grind or Them Bones. Both fucking killer tracks and so many like heartbreaking, just fucking depressing songs on it.
Let's turn it on.
Well, you know what? Maybe that'll be coming up next year too. So who knows?
Maybe.
Did you just go maybe?
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you just soil yourself? Maybe. It was a little bit wet there right at the end. Ooh. Smells like carrots and throw up. Anyways, Jimmy James adds, so excited to see Matt Pinfield on the episode. Matt seems like he's the nicest person in the music industry. I would agree with that.
Super kind.
I'm glad he's still with us with his recent health scare. The album choice is incredible as well. Dirt is the album that defined 90s hard rock for me. You can thank Tom. That was his pick because we were both sick of fucking waiting for the Patreon people to vote it in. So he's like, fuck it, I'm taking it. Same thing I just did with Out of the Cellar.
Yep.
Greg Sekris. Fantastic episode. Although I still prefer Facelift by very slight margin. Dirt is amazing and proved to everyone that AIC was not a flash in the pan band. Yet a lot of the hair metal fans were upset over grunge taking over in the 90s. But as typical, often cynical Gen Xers who are mostly into thrash metal is no problem for me. AIC was the most closest grunge came to metal, which is why they're my favorite grunge band. In my opinion, AIC's first 2 albums are the best grunge albums of all time. They're still not even the best 2 albums they've had. The best 2 albums are the ones you didn't mention. And that is Jar of Flies and Three-Legged Dog.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Joe Decker. Other than the singles, I've never heard any other song on this album. After listening to this, I'll compare this album to the movie Sinister. Dark, incredibly disturbing, and I never want to hear it again.
Yeah, Sinister is one of the fucking great horror movies in recent memory. Great scares, really disturbing. Definitely not the kind of movie that you go back and watch. And this is coming from a horror movie guy. I won't go back and put that on.
I don't know anything about it. I'm all set.
Fucking awesome.
But I'm glad at least you gave it a try, Joe.
Yeah.
The Greek Thunder from Down Under, Thanos Akritides, brilliant review, very powerful album with doom-like overtones. Wow, those are big words from you, mate.
He liked it so much he took his shoes off and danced.
Joseph Collins, love the episode, guys. Stare at me with empty eyes and point your words at me. Mirror on the wall will show you what you're scared to see. Awesome lyrics from Hate to Feel. Amazing songs, amazing album. Thank you for covering it, Tom and Zeus. You're welcome, Joseph. How those fucking barbecue sauces going, buddy?
Yeah, the hot sauce. That's right.
When I hear the hot sauce, I'm thinking of the Jerky Boys. Yeah, they were up on my roof with the hot mops. Funny little Mexicans. I thought I would get a break on the price. One of them thinks he's cute. He's poking his head. I fired him off the wall, come to the ground, broke his fucking head in two. My wife's up there poking like she knows what the fuck she's doing. I fired her ass down too. Guy's dying laughing at him. Oh man. Oh no. Hall of Famer Joey, I peg my pants Romanek. Well, at least now there's one less Alice in Chains album for the Patreon members to nominate over and over and over and over. He knows what I'm talking about. I told you. How many times did people try to get this in?
That's partially why I never picked it, because I'm like, Patreon will pick it. And when I was like, they ain't gonna pick it.
It's like it gets enough to get in, but it'll never win. It's like the fucking Communist Party in fucking Eastern Europe. They still have 10-15% in every election, but they'll never win. But anyways, that's what I got. Tom, back to you.
All right, let's take a look at our Spotify comments. Remember, you can comment directly on Spotify while you're listening to the episode, which is great. B. Peeves. At university, this album was everywhere in Australia. Agree on the comments regarding Staley as the best singer of this genre. Yes, Cobain, Vedder, Cornell, Whelan are unbelievable singers and talents, but for some reason, I just reckon this guy was the voice of grunge. Rooster is a GOAT song, and the 1-2 opening punch of the first two songs challenges any album. Again, it was nice to get into a DeLorean and go back in time to listen to this.
That's the one we need to do next, Tom. Somebody pick Huey Lewis in the news. Going back in time.
All right. Troy Jones says, hey, Zeus, halfway through this review, I heard you mention an audiobook that you listen to. What was the name of it, please? Sounds interesting. Keep up the amazing content, guys. Loving all the different stuff you put out. Zeus, do you remember what you were talking about?
Yeah, I replied to him. If you look in there, I replied to it.
Yep. And then Zeus responded by saying, yeah, you're talking about Mark Lanigan's Sing Backwards in Weep. Yes.
That is the most depressing audiobook. So if you like his voice, which a lot of people do, he's got one of the great voices in grunge. He's the former lead singer of Screaming Trees. Guess what? He's dead. Like the lead singer of Nirvana, like the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots, like the lead singer of Soundgarden, like the lead singer of Alice in Chains. He's dead. Anyways, his book, I said, is the most fucked up shit. He talks about like hanging out one time with Jerry Cantrell. They smoked little weed, got all fucked up. And then he has and he admits this. He's like, I had a vintage porn collection. I woke up the next day, I went to it, and I noticed that my porns were missing. Jerry had taken them. Like, I don't want to know that Jerry Cantrell has to steal your vintage porn collection.
Yeah, why is that in a book?
And
right.
I'm like, well, there is nothing they don't talk about. His whole book is about these crazy drug escapades, which again, I'm saying it's like the movie The Doors. When did he have time to write fucking songs? Because all he did was drugs and fucked up shit. Same with Lanigan. When did he write any music?
Good point.
He's fucked up all the time.
It's true. Crazy. Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, it's fascinating shit. I only have one album by Screaming Trees. I do like his voice. I do like that he did a couple things with, he sang a couple songs on the side project Mad Season, and then he did a little project that never came to fruition with Kurt Cobain. And there's one great song, and it's on the Nirvana box set. I listen to it all the time. It's fucking incredible. They hung him on a cross. It's the old gospel thing that Cobain sings, and he kind of did it was going to be part of this thing that he was doing with Lanigan. It's just so haunting.
So,
my God, just fucking incredible.
Mark Lanigan has a thing for gospel. There's a lot of that on some of the Screaming Tree stuff, and Lanigan has a lot of solo material too. So he has a thing for gospel, which is interesting considering that he's a grunge guy, but he really has an affection for that. So he does a lot of it. Screaming Trees, stay tuned. I don't know when that's coming, but believe me, that's coming
But if you
soon
like,
on ARC.
like, Where Did You Sleep Last Night?
Yeah, exactly.
Off
Yes.
the unplugged version.
Yep.
Listen to this,
Yes.
and you're going to be fucking blown away. It's
Yeah.
on the box set, but obviously on Spotify, you could probably find. They hung them on
Yep.
a cross. Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. It is just, you're like, holy
Yep.
fuck.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
wild.
just insane.
Yep.
Anyway, getting back, Tom. Anything else?
Nope. We're going to move over to Instagram. Now, we got an absolute ton of Instagram comments this month, so I'm just going to read a few so we can move on and bring in Ahmet.
That's because
for
of
Ratt.
That's because of Matt. Matt
Yep.
added himself as a contributor to the post, and God bless him and thank you for that, Matt.
Yep. So we start off. Abusement says, yes, brilliant album and expertly covered. The amazing contrast and honesty is what makes this record. Take a dark song like Junkhead, then listen to the beautiful and melodic solo. Just wow. Jerry has that ace thing going when it comes to his solos, a song within a song. Yes. And then Drewski had a ton of comments here on Instagram. He starts with, this cover is so iconic. Everyone thought it was Demery because it looks so much like her. I think the desert was because they went down to Joshua Tree at the beginning of the recording. Yep. All their album covers in the 90s were so freaking good. Our buddy Yanni Aslak. It doesn't get dirtier or doomier than Junkhead, which is my write-in vote for best song. One of the two best second grunge albums along with Nevermind. Ooh, interesting. Kimyon74, incredibly iconic and deep. Clark's Side of the Moon says, Tom giving a shout out to heroin tards almost made me spit out my drink and wreck my car. Okay, well, please don't do that. The official Twitter page of Filter, one of my favorite 90s bands, actually commented on this and gave us a flame emoji. So yay, Filter.
What did they ever sing? Who are they?
They did Hey Man, nice shot. They had a couple other songs from the 90s. You might not know them by the name, but if you heard them, you'd know them. Big 90s, late 90s band.
Big bulging band.
He's a big bulging man. Let's see what else we got here. Blue Dogs Rule says angry chair for the win. All right, let's move over to a couple emails we got here. Steve Sorensen says, hey guys, what a great episode and a great album. I'm a big fan of AIC. Saw them live in Copenhagen in January 93 in a small club that holds about 800 people. Wow, geez, I saw them at Lollapalooza with about 2 million people. It was an amazing show, one of the best I've ever seen. After the show, we hung out in front of the stage. One of the roadies gave us the set list and half a beer that Lane Staley had been drinking. Of course, we drank the rest of the beer and thought it was so cool because we had been drinking from the same one as Lane Staley. Now, thinking about it, maybe it wasn't that smart to share a beer with a heroin addict, but it all went well. So I guess it was pretty cool. Love the show. Steve Sorensen from Denmark. Ah, very cool story.
Mr. Sorensen, you have AIDS.
AIDS? What?
But I'm not a homosexual.
Sure, you're not homosexual.
No, but you've been drinking with a fucking heroin addict.
You tested positive for heroin. Heroin?
Yeah. AIDS.
Josh Parham, hey guys, what a fantastic review of a great album. Also, great choice having Matt Pinfield as the third man. I was a freshman in college when this came out, and it really spoke to me as an 18-year-old going through the ups and downs of leaving home, making new friends, figuring out who I was, etc. I can remember exactly where I was when I first heard the record. I'm surprised you didn't mention the demo version of Junkhead that's on the Music Bank box set. I think it's the better version of the song. Yeah, we could have gotten into that, Josh, because the Music Bank is incredible. That's great, but that would have made the episode 6 hours long. But thank you for bringing that up. Wood is by far my favorite AIC song. It might be my favorite grunge song, though that would take some research and re-listening. Complete nostalgia album takes me right back to the time and place. Keep up the good work, Josh in Texas. All right. Well, thank you, Josh and Zeus. That wraps up Dirt feedback this month.
Well, I'm excited. I hope
Me
you
too.
are, Tom.
Yep.
Let's go get Ahmet, and we'll take a quick little break before he comes on.
All right. Our third man in this month is a friend of the show we've had on before to talk about Kiss, but this time around, as you all know, we're here to talk about Ratt. He is the host of the incredible live show called Rocktails. You can watch that online at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. The host of that show, our friend, the great Ahmet Zappa, is here. Ahmet, what's up, brother?
What's up, Tom and Zeus?
Yeah.
Hey, mother Fletchers. Look, I in the spirit of Rocktails, where we have adult beverages and then talk music, I've made which I feel goes well with Out of the Cellar, a nice Aperol spritz. So
Ooh,
cheers.
fancy. Okay, fancy.
Fancy pants. All right.
Fancy pants. I like it. I like it.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Guys,
we're excited to have you, man.
First of all, I Kiss being my all-time favorite band.
Yeah.
Ratt is up there. So, and I feel like anytime I have to defend the fact that Kiss is one of my all-time favorite bands or my all-time favorite band, I feel like the same is true when you say, oh, yeah, Ratt is easily in my top 5 bands of all time.
Wow.
Yep.
And I'd like to say I know this, I'm not someone who memorizes lyrics a lot, but I'm so very, very familiar with every single one of these tracks. And I love this record.
Yep.
So I hope I don't let your listeners down, your viewers down.
Oh, stop.
Or you
please.
guys down. But I have lots of stories to share about, my feelings on this record and the guys in the band and, all of that. So when you asked, I was super pumped. So I'll shut up. Let's follow your lead. Let's get into it. Let's do this.
We're super pumped. Let's do it.
Yeah, we are. We just came off, or we'll talk about it real briefly right now before we start. We just came off the Kiss cruise where Ratt performed. Well, Stephen Pearcy, Warren DeMartini performed.
Yep.
We both thought they were fucking awesome.
Incredible.
This is probably Tom's third time seeing them in 5 years. This is my second time seeing them in 5 years. I saw them in Hampton Beach when it was called Ratt. And it was Warren DeMartini, Juan Croucier, and Stephen Pearcy, and then whoever else there were too with them. So I saw that incarnation. Tom saw them later on in New Hampshire, but at a smaller venue because Warren wasn't.
Warren was not there. That's right.
And then we just saw Stephen and Warren and Carlos from Quiet Riot and a couple other guys. They were pretty good.
They were great.
I thought they were excellent. I thought they were really good. I love this. I love the song selection they did. I thought, what you're going to get with these Asian rock guys. Stephen isn't Stephen from '84, but he still could do enough, and he's got a good presence that I thought the songs came up fine. Warren killed it. The backing vocals worked. It was a great performance. Really was.
I love hearing that. I mean, I think if these guys are going to go out and play their great music together, you need Warren on guitar behind Stephen, and I'm glad that
awesome. It was awesome.
Those guys, they seem to go in and out of love with one another. But I'm glad that they've been playing these shows. So I love hearing that. That warms my heart.
Yep.
I love both of those guys.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. So, Tom, we'll start off with you, and what we usually do right now is we just talk about how we got into the album. When did we first hear it? When did we first buy it or anything? Sometimes we do these albums and it's like, I got it 3 weeks ago when you told me we're doing it. Other times it's like the second it came out, I had it. So, Tom, start us off. Out of the Cellar.
Yeah, Out of the Cellar. 11 years old, 1984. Got the cassette, obviously. Got every incarnation. I'm holding in my hand right now, I know we're not a visual, I'm holding in my hand the 40th anniversary lenticular cover vinyl. Ooh. They re-released this to celebrate. You can kind of see it. Incredible version of that. 11 years old. MTV, we're in our prime here, 84. We'll talk about the videos. The thing that I love about when we talk about some of these albums, when we were talking with Ahmet before we kind of hit record, is that Ratt, is it hair metal? Yeah, whatever term you want to use. Yeah. But 40 years later, and I don't want to get too much into it because we're going to spend a lot of time picking the album apart. This is an album that to me almost sounds so fucking good in 2025 compared to when it came out. And it came out and sounded that good in 1984. I just think this is like one of those albums that if you are into, pop metal, classic hard rock, whatever you want to call it, I don't know how you can't like Out of the Cellar or Ratt in general. So this album has been a part of my life since it came out in 84.
Yeah, I gotta say, I haven't heard, I don't know if they remastered for the lenticular, and I know that
it doesn't say it's remastered. It might be, but it doesn't say it.
And that's Beau Hill produced that record, correct?
Yes.
And then he went on, I think, to do their next 3 records after that, I think.
I think he went up to Reach to the Sky, if I'm not mistaken, and then they brought in Desmond.
But
Detonator.
for Detonator, yep.
Yeah. That I think that I remember. I feel like that's right.
Yep.
And I think this record sounds great. Have you guys had a chance to listen to Beau Hill? He's kind of gone back and remastered or did like a reapproach to his work with these guys. Have you?
I've heard about it. I haven't listened to it.
No, me neither. No.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'd be curious to see, because there's a lot of trigger drums and it's very of the moment back then. But I agree with you, Tom. It's a great sounding record. I just listened to it. I listen to it a couple times a year, and I never turn it off if it's on the radio. I mean, Round and Round is like, it's one of the all time. It's a classic song. But I would say that they have 4 or 5 classic songs in this record. I would even say there isn't one song on this album that I don't love. Some of the lyrics are fun to kind of reflect back on, which we can get into.
Oh, we will. Yep.
Yeah, I love this record.
Yeah.
Did you get into this when it first came out?
Well, so my brother was he's 5 years older. And I would have to say that this was certainly him turning me on to this band.
Okay. Yep.
And Moon loved the band. So as a kid, I saw the videos on MTV too.
Yep.
But it felt like in the moment, right? You could see them on TV, and then you go and get the record. For us, we would drive down to one of our local spots. If you're going into the Hollywood side, you go to Tower Records, but we would often dip into the Valley, and there was a Music Plus, and I definitely had my own copy on cassette. Later on, had my copy on CD. I've purchased the record multiple times. I mean, I have the vinyl box set that BMG put out that was killer. I don't know if you guys got that whole.
I have that. Yep.
This one. I have it on CDs.
Yeah. I have it on vinyl. Yep.
Yeah, it's great. So, it meant a lot to me. I had the yellow Sony Walkman that I think that would flip the tape, so like it could just keep playing it over and
yes.
And so it was like I guess you could sort of get it wet. And I would just listen to this record all the time. And I still feel like, spoiler alert, lack of communication is just a song I really enjoy. And I love that. This is what the Walkman did. You could skip to the tracks. There's like the button, so it knew the space.
Yeah. I had that. I had that in my car stereo.
Yeah.
It could detect the silence in between tracks.
Yeah, so you could like fast forward, and that was like the best. Where I could just restart lack of communication over and over again.
Yep.
I love that. But definitely, I was born in '74, so this is a humongous part of my childhood, and I've seen them play many, many times. I saw every single one of their tours, and my sister will probably hate me saying this, but I want to say one of her first boyfriends was the drummer in Ratt, right?
Bobby Blotzer?
Goodness. Or something. I don't know. I mean, so I got to meet them and hang out with them and socialize with them.
Yep.
At a very young age, and Dweezil was super enamored with Warren. They were really, really, really good friends. And Warren lived right around the corner from us, actually. So they would be in the studio playing guitar a lot. And it just felt like one of those bands where you had super access. And Stephen Pearcy was, for me, one of my musical rock god heroes. And the fact that he was always kind to me. He was always funny. My entire life, anytime I see him, it's just is a good feeling. And I have tons of stories with that guy, and I've been blessed to have him. The first episode of Rocktails our first like big show. He helped me kick off our little show. He was our first guest. So much love
awesome.
for Steven.
That's fucking awesome. Love it.
He's the greatest.
Out of the Cellar is my pick. We're 73, both of us. We're in the same wheelhouse. This stuff came on MTV. This was one of the first, like, I didn't have my older brother tell me about them. I didn't have my older cousin tell me about them. I saw it. I got it. It's my band. Bon Jovi was the same way. I fucking loved this from day one. I bought the album. This is the kind of music that I love. I can't explain it. I don't give a fuck if you call it hard rock, glam metal, hair metal, whatever. I can recognize this when I hear it.
Yep.
And this is about as good as it gets, whether you talk about a specific song and you go top 10 of all time, glam, hard rock, metal, hair metal, melodic rock, whatever, round and round. Same thing with album.
Yeah.
There's nothing about this album or band that I don't love. This is the type of sound I wanted to hear. This is the type of shit that Kiss was doing in the 80s. This is what Ratt was doing, Bon Jovi, Motley Crue. Like, these were fucking my bands.
Yeah. I want to know I don't know what your premium cable situation was when you were that age, but there was something magical about Tawny Katane being on the album cover.
Yep.
And then Bachelor Party.
Oh, God, yes.
Being the movie that she's in with, like, Tom Hanks.
Yep.
And I love that Michael Dudikoff from American Ninja 1 and 2 was also in Bachelor Party. But she was just so hot. And then she was in Witchboard.
No, we talk about Witchboard all the time, dude.
With the guitarist from fucking Soundgarden plays the guy Malfader.
Malfoy, whatever the fuck is
Malfader, whatever the fuck is his name.
Yeah, Malfoy's Harry Potter.
So, you have, like, at that age, all you wanted was to just see her nude, right? Yeah. Or at least if you were into girls like Tawny Katane, and
if you were straight,
exactly. If you weren't into,
she's not my type. Oh, okay.
There was this great moment of holy bananas. She's a stone cold fox.
Yep.
She's in the rock and roll world. Yep. And she's also this, actress that, is in horror movies and comedies. And so it was like it was a perfect storm for the 10 to 15, big deal. It all added to the allure of Ratt.
Well, that's the other thing too.
Did you put it together though? Did you guys put it together that she was on the cover? I didn't know that till years later.
Oh, I never knew it. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know it till years later because as time moved and we kept listening, all in everybody's mind, it became like the Mandela effect that like she was only Whitesnake. She was only Whitesnake.
Yeah, that's what I knew.
That was it. And then you're like, she's on the cover of Out of the Cellar and she was in the video for, we'll be like, wait, that's Tawny Katane. Like, I mean, when you look at it, it's impossible to miss it.
And the EP, that's her legs in the EP.
Yes, and her legs. Yes,
I don't know. She's not the one on Invasion, right?
No.
Okay.
No, she's not.
Totally different chick there. Also very hot.
I did know that. But the thing that always was weird to me for some reason, the childhood stupidity, right?
Yeah.
The fact that there were two guitar players, I felt like you had to choose who was the better guitar player in this band for some reason.
Yes, I did that with Def Leppard too.
I always did that with
Def Leppard. Yeah,
and I don't know where that started or what the reasoning for that. And because she was so hot, I just always assumed that any like hot girl, because I listened to vocals first, and then guitar, and so I just didn't understand that, why wasn't Steven in a relationship with the girl on the cover? That was like, these were the problems, that took up headspace for me. And I was shocked that it was, Robbin's girlfriend, that Robbin was dating Tawny Katane. And I was like, I don't know. That just feels wrong.
Well, it's even weirder because not only was she not dating the lead singer, Stephen Pearcy, she wasn't dating the guy that had got all the attention for his incredible solos. She was dating the guy. Now, Robbin Crosby's fucking incredible. Let's be serious. And I know that they would occasionally do dueling solos and stuff, but it was all eyes on Pearcy and DeMartini. And you're like, wait, she's banging that guy instead?
And I don't know what that was, but I had those sort of arguments with other bands and things. It just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh, no, I really, I spent a lot of time wanting my musical heroes to hook up with different supermodels or different actresses. I spent a lot of time in my mind. Like one of the things I was obsessed with was like, why isn't Robin Zander dating Kim Richards from Escape from Witch Mountain?
Yes. Oh God. Yeah.
You know
the other
what I
thing
mean?
the other thing I was obsessed with, Ahmet, is how the fuck did somebody like Billy Joel hook up with Christy Brinkley back in? I remember watching that Uptown Girl video, be like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute. How about this one? I was wondering which one of the models was George Michael banging in that Freedom video.
Oh, yeah. No,
he's banging her on Tuesday.
Unfortunately,
her on Wednesday.
none of them Zeus.
Well, no, you know what? I know we're talking about
was
Ratt.
banging him.
I went out. I was dating this girl, and we went to some club here in LA, and we ran into George Michael. And it was the first time I'd ever met him. Never saw him afterwards.
Yep.
And
was it in the bathroom?
Well, it is a bathroom story.
Oh God! Here we go.
She's like, my then girlfriend was saying, "Oh, I was in the bathtub with George. You know, we had a bath together." And I was like, "Wait, like what's happening?" Right? So she's like, "Let's go say hi." I'm like, "Do I want to know? Like, you know that thing? Like, did you hook up with him? You know?" And, And I know like she had dated a few different kind of big musicians. And that would always kind of throw me for a loop. So she was with Simon Le Bon. Like this girl dated Simon. She dated like,
wow.
And so I was like, well, maybe George actually, maybe he did hook up with some of these girls. I didn't kind of like pressure the situation. And I thought like, maybe George's going to want to have a bath with me. He didn't. You know, it was a big letdown. It's a big letdown.
I'm sorry, Ahmet. You know, that's unfortunate.
Lost opportunity.
That's a big miss. That's a big miss.
But it is that weird thing, right? When you're a kid, you immortalize these people in the bands, and I don't know if it's the same for folks today. Maybe it was the limited media, so you'd really have to, when you could, watch the music videos or read Kerrang magazine, and it was just, there was not a lot of information that you could find on your heroes. And at least in my household, because it was really good timing. My brother and sister worked at MTV at a pivotal moment. So I did have some pretty crazy access to some of the bands that we all love. And, you'd go to the MTV Music Video Awards back then, and you might say hi to some of your heroes. And that's how I got to meet, honestly, a lot of bands that we love. Got to hang with some of them, mostly because either my brother wanted to be friendly with some of the guitar players, or my sister wanted to date the lead singer, or whatever it was. There was just, I got to be the little brother that got to experience a bunch of the awesomeness of the 80s.
My mind immediately goes to this because you brought up your brother.
Yeah.
If I'm you, I would be begging my brother to hook me up with the girl from fucking Shot in the Dark. That's a video vixen. That girl's we did that album like 2 albums ago with Jericho.
Ultimate Sin, couple albums
all
ago.
The comments were about that girl's ass.
Yeah.
Everything was about that girl's ass.
The girl that gets possessed, or
yes. Oh yeah.
Is that Sherilyn Fenn?
No, I don't think so.
The actress? No.
No. I don't think she's. I don't think she's anybody like.
No. All I know is that everybody was commenting correctly about how hot she was, and your brother's in the video with her rocking out to Glam Aussie at the time.
Yeah,
I was on the set, so I believe me.
What are you looking at?
God damn! God damn.
I just looked up Sherilyn Fenn, who my brother dated for a long time.
She's gorgeous. Oh God.
You have the wrong Zappa on.
So
guys, I don't disagree. I mean, if you
don't say that.
if you want to have a totally wooden, boring conversation about music, then you should absolutely.
But then again, you were in
my brother.
bathtubs with George Michael, so
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the sad
No,
part.
that's the
letdown.
all right, let's go back to the album cover in
Yes.
Tawny's hot ass.
Yeah.
Yes, this is just legendary, right?
Mhm.
Her and going into the fire and in the
Beautiful girl.
rat infested area and the
I mean,
grass.
it really is like the epitome of 80s glam rock, sex, metal. Like, she's on all fours. She's crawling. Her clothes are all ragged. There's like a smoke-filled fire pit cellar thing. I mean, it is. And then you turn around on the back and you're like, oh, I didn't realize Ratt was 5 women. Like, you like,
I thought they looked so cool. And by the
they
way,
did.
at that time, Kiss was, or maybe it was 2 years later, that Kiss was no longer in.
Are
yeah.
you talking about this, Tom? Like the inserts?
Well, on the back of the vinyl, the photos they're color photos
I
on the
have
back.
the yellow back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have like I still have it might even be here. I might even have my backstage
Show the
Ratt
vinyl,
backstage
Tom.
pass.
Yeah. By the way, the photo was done by Barry Levine, famous for doing photos with Kiss. So
Yeah. So
Pearcy looks kind of cool. Like he looks like he's kind of
Yeah,
crawling
I think that's
towards
the
you.
back.
It is the
that's
back.
insert.
Yeah.
do you guys remember in I loved Kerrang! Magazine. I'm trying to think of the other magazine that why am I blanking on the other
Hit
big rock?
Parader,
Hit Parader,
Circus,
Circus.
Metal Edge.
Metal Edge for sure, but I loved all the glamour photos of the Sunset Strip where I lost my mind when it was Steven and Paul Stanley where they like are full, glam rock star outfits, just them hanging out, having a good time. I would look at those pictures of the bands hanging out. That was the other thing I would freak out on. I always thought there was a battle of the bands with every band.
With every band. Oh yeah, because that's what it felt like.
Yeah, with every band, right? And so when people, I was like, I can't like Poison because of my love for Ratt.
Yeah.
I just felt like you can't do it. It's just not. You're not allowed. Even
your
though,
ears.
Yeah, your ears also told you I can't listen to Poison because they are not good. So
Unskinny
We
Bop,
said it,
guys.
not you. We said it.
Unskinny Bop.
Unskinny Bop. Oh God. But yeah, 84 when Out of the Cellar came out, that was Kiss doing Animalize. So it was like.
Did you have like a selection? Like so the bands that I felt like were not in competition with each other, but it was cool. It was like safe harbor.
Yep.
You could be a Ratt fan and a Scorpions fan.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no conflicts there.
Right. Yep.
And then I do feel like you were either Judas Priest or Iron Maiden. And
I feel like it's still like that today.
It's just so weird, and it's bullshit because Judas Priest is amazing. I mean, I just don't know on the Maiden and Judas Priest. I don't know who edges who out. I mean, probably Maiden takes the spot, but then you have these bands like Kix who you wish were bigger.
Love Kix.
Good.
Love Kix. Underrated. Yeah, underrated. Tons of great hits, but they could just never put it together to get over the hump. No.
Yeah, but still, Ratt killer. I mean, you dominated. Good fashion. I mean, Steven was making all those clothes, borrowing them from his girlfriends. He was a really artistic guy. Designing the original logo. The fact that I never looked at who wrote the songs, but Steven needs more credit for the actual songwriting versus Warren or even Robbin. You know what I mean? A lot of these things are his ideas when you look at the music credits.
Yep.
Too.
Oh, I agree. But the one big thing about Ratt is, to me, there's no discussion of when you call this era hair metal or whatever without Ratt in the middle of it. They are almost like the poster boys for this era.
Well,
that
almost
look
Mount Rushmore.
and that sound.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
I think it's a good thing because they just, when you hear Ratt or you see Ratt, you know what you're talking about, what era you're talking about. And to me, I think they're right up there with probably the best of that era.
And I think
this album.
And I think one of the other things that for me that we've talked about this Zeus when we did like Detonator and we just talk about Ratt in general is that the thing that makes them a little bit unique or makes them stand out besides their hits and the DeMartini, the fact they kick ass is that Pearcy's vocals are very unique. There's not, you know, when you're listening to Ratt, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of hair bands where you're like, gee, I think that's LA Guns, but that might be Kicks, or like if you don't know, like we know that, but other people might be like, I'm not sure who that. You know that this is Ratt, and Pearcy's sniveling, sleazy growl is what makes fucking Ratt kick ass, and we'll talk about that more as we break down the album. But I think that's one of the big things about Ratt is his vocals,
and I think this is the best. Invasion of Your Privacy, Reach for the Sky. Don't get me wrong. I love their records, but the production value got bigger, and they brought in the Winger brothers to fill out all of their backgrounds on the later records. And I still feel this record is the most. I guess not punk rock is not the right way, but the most kind of like stripped down production, because it gets a little more, let's say, elevated, leaning into the style of the 80s. They were fully baked. Yeah. And I love those records, but this song, track by track by track, I can't wait to get into it. Because you can't tell me that the hooks that they created, they're such good sing-songy songs, just the melodies. And then when you just break down the guitar solos and Warren's guitar solos, no disrespect to Robbin, but Warren is a beast, a freaking beast.
And he still is. Is.
Yeah. And I think you've hit it right on the nose there. It's that melodic rock. This is the shit that fucking moved me. Yeah. Not too heavy. I never got into thrash. Not too soft or popish. This LA guitar driven riff melodic rock with great choruses, sleazy lyrics, shit like that. The look, the attitude, it just fucking worked. And Stephen Pearcy is just, to me, like an Aussie. I don't give a fuck. Like somebody can hit a higher note or do this shit. I love his voice. I love Ozzy's voice. They're not going to be singing, God Bless America at a fucking baseball stadium and go, wow, oh my God. But you know that voice, and you know that if you put it with some good guitars, that guy can sing anything.
Yep.
I think the rotation for me, right? You could listen to Motley Crue. I felt like Ratt was the safer band. Not that I cared about safe at all, but like the idea that Motley Crue was somehow, I observed that other people's parents or other folks felt like they were
delinquents.
Well,
especially with Shout at the Devil and everything.
Yeah, which I just thought, I mean, you have ninjas in a music video. And
Tommies walk around in thongs, just fucking weird shit.
Right.
It's just the best. But I think those Motley Crue and Ratt looked the coolest, and I feel like everyone else followed in their footsteps.
Oh yeah.
At least that was my opinion. There could have been other folks dressing up, I guess more in the glam rock vibe thing.
Yep.
But no one did it as well as Ratt or Motley Crue.
And this is the thing. This album and this sound and this look, everybody copied it. But you can separate this band as the better, and then that's what you got everybody being like, oh, hair metal. Like all these bands try to copy this look, but they weren't as talented and didn't write as cool as music, and they weren't as charismatic. So you got all these fucking wannabes out here, just unoriginal shit, and then they suck the rest of these talented
Well,
bands down.
and that's why 40 years later you're getting 40th anniversary editions of Out of the Cellar. You're not getting 40th anniversary editions from other shit albums that came out.
Oh, come on, say them. Pick one.
What you mean? Like you don't think Dangerous Toys is doing a 40th anniversary remaster, or Tora is doing a box set on walking shoes? I mean, I don't think so. Sorry,
I'm sure it's on the Monsters of Rock cruise. So don't worry.
But even like Faster Pussycat,
love Faster Pussycat. I love Faster Pussycat.
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah,
right?
see, I love it. I love that.
I think they're a little bit more original than most of those bands, but they were that fucking middle
Super
ground
sleaze.
between them to Guns N' Roses, where it started to change and come a little bit more stripped down and stuff. But regardless,
punky.
Let me give you some stuff on Out of the Cellar. Came out February 17th, 1984. Produced by Beau Hill that we talked about. It did go triple platinum.
Wow.
It made it all the way up to number 7 on U.S. Billboard. It was the debut album. They did have the AP before that. And it's the album we're discussing today. And the opening track goes like this.
So we open up with Wanted Man. What a killer intro here. So for me, and I want to see if you guys remember this, and I'm sure you do, but I want to see. When I hear Wanted Man to this day, I still think of the scene from Weird Science. The scene after Lisa and Gary are at Gary's parents' house, and Lisa beats up verbally his parents and threatens them and all this shit. They get in the car and drive away, and Gary's like, "Great, my parents are going to kill me." And in the background of the car, Lisa has Wanted Man blaring as they cruising down the highway. And
Gary! You got the water running all day. Oh.
Yeah. It's I fucking love that moment. But anyways, back to the song. When this is your debut album and this is the opening track on it, what a fucking announcement that you are here. Like that. It's got the way the guitar kind of opens up, and then when the drums kick in, and you get that signature Ratt groove, just that sleazy fucking groove. The bridge into the chorus, because I'm a wanted man. It's just, I mean, it's amazing that the very first song that you've ever heard from Ratt, well, except for if you were into the EPs way back, but I'm talking like proper, is just it's still one of their all-time great songs, Ahmet.
I forgot about that moment. Shame on me.
Go back and watch it.
Weird Science.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
She did what?
Because then, I mean, chicks that can't hold a smoke.
Dude, we can quote this whole fucking movie.
We'll do the whole movie.
Yeah. By the way, we should just do an 80s movie podcast.
Yes.
Together, guys.
We should just do the bar scene.
Hey, man, Ahmet, I've been talking to Zeus about that for a while. But anyways, go ahead.
The bar scene.
Otis. He loves us. Right? That's the best moment from from Animal House, exactly.
Yeah.
But okay, so all over the place. Ratt, Wanted Man. I don't know who's playing what on this record, but this riff, right? You wouldn't have Wanted Dead or Alive without Wanted Man, in my opinion.
Okay.
You wouldn't have this like cowboy aesthetic that I think they kind of launched, in this vibe, right? I think it made more of an impact than I think most people realize. The song is killer. And when I go back and try to listen to Steven's lyrics, even to this day, I've heard the records over and over and over again. Sometimes, not necessarily on this song, it's hard to understand everything that he's saying, right? So I do like to go back, because he is a wordsmith and certainly a melody guy, right? Well, low dealer with snake eyes, you cross me, you realize you're hot leather, you're cold steel, you make a move, I'll make you feel like a human target, right? Like then as a kid, I'm like, this is so action movie and awesome. And the fact that they're in this town and they're going to have a gunfight, it just worked from as I'm hearing it as a 10-year-old, right?
Yep.
Just incredible, right?
Yep.
So I got you well in my sights, and by the rope you will hang. It's your neck from this Ratt gang. For me, the like referencing yourself as
I
a
love that.
gang.
I love that.
That's the magic of this band. You felt their camaraderie, and that was so important to me. And the fact that they came over, and I just took it as the gospel. They are a gang. You're never going to break these guys up. They're thick as thieves. And what I will say, when you talk about that kind of drum intro and the effects that they have, and as it pans around from left to right in your head. I don't think people give Bobby Blotzer that, right? That's the guy.
Your brother-in-law?
My brother-in-law, yeah. I don't think they give him enough credit for being a great drummer.
I mean, totally agree.
They had a rock solid band, and seeing them live, that guy never fucked up. He crushed it.
Yep, I agree with you. 100%, but it's tough to stand out when you're in a band that has Stephen Pearcy and Warren DeMartini and Robbin Crosby. Unfortunately, Bobby Blotzer is like, fourth on the bill, but he's fucking amazing. He's super underrated.
Kept it together. And I want to say, Juan. I went to one concert and they had their stage dancing, and Juan really, as a groover, he really had his moves down. But on this one particular night, I think it was Irvine Meadows when I went and saw them, his bass guitar, because he would swing it and fly it around himself, it came unhooked and it flew off into like the curtains and crashed and like made a horrible sound. And that had to be the most. I felt the embarrassment even as a kid seeing that and be like, that's no bueno. That's not great. And I want to say that night was Ratt and Cinderella on that tour. I could be wrong.
Excellent.
I love that band too.
Yeah.
All right.
Love this track.
Wanted Man was written by Robbin Crosby, Stephen Pearcy, and Joey Cristofanilli.
Yes.
I think he was the a bassist that filled in a little bit when Ron was out. And he helped write this. So it's number 87. It went on the Billboard charts. It actually charted. It went to number 38 on Mainstream Rock. It was the second single. The fucking riff is just awesome. Cool lyrics.
Yeah.
And then right off the top, you like Stephen Pearcy's vocals. If you love it, it's just awesome. Now, I don't know. I assume this whole solo is Warren, but this is one of my favorite. I don't want to keep saying hair metal, melodic rock solos. I'll say that. I fucking love this solo. It kicks off. It does this one little thing. And then at like the 2:37 mark, it goes into something way different and fast. And he just goes nuts. I just think this is one of the best solos on the album and one of his best solos that I heard. And I'm assuming this is Warren. It's just so fucking melodic. And then after the solo comes in, where Steven starts raising his voice, I can't do it, but if anyone wants to try it,
I love it.
That shit, and starts hitting these high notes, fucking awesome. I mean, to me, this is just one of the best opening tracks of the era.
Yep.
I mentioned I wrote down the Weird Science part too, Tom. I had that in there. Yep. There is a video for this. I don't know if you remember, where they're on a bus and I think it's supposed to be Robbins dreaming.
Yep.
And he's passed out, and then they're fucking cowboys. They shouldn't be acting. That's the one thing I got to say.
But that's why it's
these
awesome.
These guys are actors.
That's why it's awesome.
It's terrible acting.
But it's 1984, and we thought it was awesome.
Which gunfighter in the West is scared of Juan Croucier in a fucking getup?
Oh no! Here comes Bobby Blotzer through the saloon doors.
It's not a bar; it's a saloon. He said.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, Wanted Man. Some other listener of this podcast is going to come back and say, "No, there's another metal band that did something about being a cowboy," or I'm sure. Right,
Modern Day Cowboy, Tesla. It came out after this.
Yep. That was 86.
I think that they connected the dots.
Yep.
From Cowboys and that being cool, because again, Poison glommed on to think about just what the impact of the video and the lifestyle. I'm not even saying lyrically. I'm saying the fact that they dressed up as modern day cowboys, in my opinion, jump started all of it, and you would not have the cowboy hat with metal without
acoustic,
Ratt.
yeah. I
So
can see
true.
it.
Great point.
Yeah.
Yep, great point.
So, anyways, they wake up and then they realize whatever this cut footage of them dreaming or fucking playing a live set.
Zeus, why does it sound like you're bagging on him? Because fuck you if you are.
About this video, it's just poorly acted, my friend. But
It's 1984. You can't judge it 40 years later.
Wow, how is their
Doesn't make a
acting have anything to do with the fucking awesomeness of this track?
The track isn't the problem. I'm saying the video is silly. Come on.
Of
course it's silly. That's the point.
Have you made a music video, Zeus? That was cool.
Yeah, but I'm smart enough to not put myself in a music video to act in it.
Fuck you, bastard. How dare you? How dare you?
Tell me that I'm in trouble because that's the next track. Over to you, Tom.
You're in trouble!
Yes, you're in trouble. So here's what I'm going to say about this song. I don't like the intro. I don't like the verses. And I want them to get right to the fucking chorus because it's absolutely one of my all-time favorite Ratt choruses ever. When stop keeping Warren DeMartini chained up in the background during the verses. Don't just unleash him during the chorus. But that being said, when they do it, this chorus is fucking spectacular. Not only because it's that Ratt groove and that incredible sleazy riff that Warren has, but Pearcy's vocal. You're in trouble. Like, oh my God, I just love it. But I really
What
don't.
you going through.
Yeah, but I really don't like what's going on because it's kind of like it's a drum machine. They're drum pads during the verses, and I'm kind of not digging that. And then the song just completely changes gears and gets us to the chorus that we all fucking love. And because the chorus is so good, that's kind of what I focus on this song. That it's that good. Ahmet.
I think I guess I can hear your dumb point of view on this track. I don't know. Your wrong opinion.
That's okay. That's why we're here, man. That's why we're here.
I kind of feel like this is an unusual melody that I appreciate.
Okay.
And I like the groove. I don't think Guns N' Roses doesn't have Welcome to the Jungle without this sort of like weird jungly kind of opening to this track.
Fair. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Don't you think there's like similarities in that?
Yeah, but
scenario?
Welcome to the Jungle is like far superior to You're in Trouble. I mean, it just is.
I don't think I think that this song gave birth to Welcome to the Jungle.
Fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's
fine.
It's the mommy and daddy.
What we're learning here that without
Send your hate mail to Rocktails.
what we're learning from here is that without Out of the Cellar, there's no Bon Jovi, there's no Guns N' Roses, there's no Tesla.
There's no Mozart. There's no Elvis.
No, I think. Well, listen. Let's assume that a lot of these bands, if you look at the year that this record was released, right? Let's assume they wrote these songs a year or 2 years prior, right? And then you go back to not that any of us want to take this time or be mathologists and do this, but let's assume that all of the other bands that you're mentioning that they did kind of hear this and were inspired by it and loved what Ratt was doing, right? Everyone was kind of chasing these guys.
Triple platinum album. Yeah. Why not copy it?
So I don't know. I like this. I like this track a lot.
Yeah.
It goes to the testament of Steven's unusual kind of a voice because
Yes.
him and Vince Neil they don't have like these big booming voices, but they cut through. And I think that Steven was always a better vocalist and performer, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to take away from Vince Neil because I love Motley Crue too, but I just love this band so much. And he was a vocal hero of mine. That gravelly growl, he's got a really unusual voice. And this is where I didn't get the previous record. I didn't get their EP before. I never was the guy that discovered Mickey Ratt and went back in time. Like I became a Ratt fan off of this record, and I've been a Ratt fan ever since on all of their previous, follow-up records.
Yeah, that's the same for me as well. So You're in Trouble is written by Robbin, Crosby, Warren DeMartini, Juan Croucier, Stephen Pearcy. I did write down, what the fuck is that weird noise in the beginning? And then that bass comes in, boom, 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 whatever the fuck's going on there. It is weird kind of stuff. And then he's saying something in the background. But Guns N' Roses is more like Welcome to the Jungle builds to a crescendo, right?
Yes.
This one is just constantly going, and then Steven jumps in over it. There's a European version of the EP Ratt.
Yep.
And this is on it, a version of this. So
Is it a different intro?
I don't know. I don't have it, but I did see that Ratt, the EP in the European version, has You're in Trouble on it.
Okay.
So I don't
think-
have that.
But I think DeMartini's also credited on this track too, no?
He is.
Did you say that? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Everybody's credit except your brother-in-law. He's the only one who doesn't get a writing credit.
Yeah. He gets no publishing. That's probably why he's not playing with the band anymore.
Well, I was going to also add in earlier when you were talking about that. That's probably why he's not revered as much, because he pulled the shitty move like a lot of guys do, like the LA Guns guy does. Hey, let the drummer try to go out and do a band with just the drummer and call it Ratt.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on, dude. Come on.
Yep.
You can't do that. The LA Guns guy tried to do that too. Who was at the Kiss Cruise, but apparently he was dead, so we didn't know that. So his doppelganger was there. So anyway, I think it's another strong song, straightforward. Again, I mean, we're going to probably say the same thing. There's not a bad track on this album. I can listen to it. Like You're in Trouble, I don't skip. I play it. I enjoy it. I think it's a good song. I love Steven's voice. And then we move over to the track that we all are familiar with, right? And that's the next one.
yeah.
Round and Round, one of the, I mean, you'd have to put it up there with, Mount Rushmore. I know everybody likes to say it, like 80s hard rock, hair metal, glam metal, pop metal, whatever. I mean, what do you say about this? One of the most recognizable riffs from that era. I mean, even people that don't like this music know this song and they like this song. You hear this on like pop music stations just because it just took over the world. I mean, we'll get to the video, but I mean, the chorus, the riff, I mean, it's catchy hook and hook and hook. There are so many bands from this era that are like, fuck, I can't believe we didn't write that first.
Honestly,
it's just iconic, Ahmet.
The band could have called themselves Tackle Box because they have that many hooks.
Oh, God, there we go. There we go.
I mean, in terms of like pop culture, the amount of syncs this track has also had too, which kind of goes to its popularity.
Yep.
I mean, is it the Geico ads or whatever?
Yep.
Or,
Geico.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I love this track. It's so hard to sing. It's such a weird range too.
Yep.
At least for me, it is. Like I wish I could sing it full voice. But it's a beast of a track to sing. Mm-hmm. And I'm not the best singer, so that's probably my problem, not other people listening to us talk about this. But I love it. Round and Round is played on classic radio here in LA, along with a lot of other bands that with bands I wish that they would play. How do I say this? This track gets more playtime in, I guess, classic rock stations where they're playing the Stones or Bob Seger or other bands that you wouldn't necessarily have Ratt in the same playlist.
Yep.
And you don't get any of the other 80s kind of what I would say are also should be, played in classic rock radio. But this is a transcendent song. It's great. I love it. I've never turned it off. I've never turned the radio dial ever. If this song is playing, it's lightning in a bottle. It's that so good.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, Round and Round. Actually, let me get to the who wrote it. Warren and Robbin and Steven. So the two guitarists and Steven get the writing credit. It went to number 12, top 20 hit on US Billboard, number 4 on mainstream rock. It was on TV shows, Supernatural, Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, The Wrestler, all the Guitar Heroes it was on, Grand Theft Auto, and the Geico commercial.
Yep.
This is a quintessential, maybe Mount Rushmore hair metal song. The riff is what caught me when I first heard it and saw the video for it. It hooked me in right away. And the great thing about it is this wasn't a one-off. So at the time, you had bands like Autograph turn up the radio.
One-hit
What
wonders.
the fuck did they do? What the fuck did they do after that? Nothing.
Yep.
Okay. So I also remember, not that they're not a one-hit wonder, like a Y&T, Summertime Girls, right? That's the only thing I ever heard from them. Never got into this stuff. Ratt still had great songs and a great album to back this up. This was just probably the most iconic of their songs, but it was just symbolic of what they did on these albums, in these first couple albums they did. This is Ratt. This is how good they are. They can sing. They have great choruses. They have great riffs, and their fucking solos are awesome. So the solo on this is just incredible to me.
Legendary.
Oh, absolutely. The riff, the vocals, the lyrics, everything about this is just fucking unique. And then in addition, they fucking struck gold with that video. Someone in their management or their manager was like the nephew of Milton Berle.
Milton Berle.
Adding him to this video made it all over MTV. It was silly. It was funny. It was cool because they were different. And, you know, they're all sitting at the dinner table and the fucking old butler pulls up the tray and all the rats are in there. And Milton's in there with him as a woman and him as the man. And they leave. And then Warren crashes through the ceiling.
That's the best part of it.
I'll never forget that image, right? When you're a teenager, who didn't want to be that guy fucking crashing through and just rocking out in the middle of their dinner table? And then I love that little thing he does, and he points up. And then Robbin finishes the solo.
Robbin, yep.
And just the whole look, because that was the first image you get of the band. Steven looked like nobody I've ever seen. And he had that
little
cool
headband.
hairdo, was always covering half his face.
Yep.
And he always had like those spandex on and half-written shirts on and stuff. Just like he got his clothes at the rock and roll store that I never see. Like, it was just so different. The two guitarists rocking out, the drummer going nuts, the fucking little bassist doing his little dances and stuff. It was just all so perfect for us as kids to see, with the perfect song, and it put them on the map. Whoever came up with the idea, let's do this song for this video, just hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Ahmet, go ahead. Video talk.
You know, didn't this video come out first, or am I remembering one?
No,
this was their first big hit, right?
This is the first video. Yeah. This came out first.
So because Milton Berle is also in Wanted Dead or Alive too, the music video.
No, he's in Back for More.
I was just going to say he's in Back for More. I believe
in the motorcycle for 2 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I love the song so much, so that when the video happened, you know, like, they couldn't play it enough on MTV, and they played it all the time, right?
All the time.
Even the girl was different, right? Wouldn't you say? She looked weird. She was like emo and fucking something that didn't fit the image, right, of that era. Like, she was different.
I don't quite remember what the story was of the music video. She knows, I guess, that the band is upstairs in their attic.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm supposed to be like this fancy girl and not supposed to like heavy metal, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Yes, like prim and proper. Like,
yeah. And then she has her, doesn't she have like a rock transformation?
Yeah, like a cocoon. She's like ripping off clothes.
She's peeling off her little, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, It really is weird, that whole era of making stripping normal. Right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, of course.
And
it has nothing to do with the song. They just do it in the video. Yeah.
But a lot of his lyrics are these. They feel like it's, hey, I'm feeling this. You're doing this. What you're doing is going to make me do this. You know, it's always like from the point of view of they're like relationship songs.
Well,
right?
it's funny that you say that, Ahmet, because I was going to say that, like, it's 84, so you still haven't hit like a lot of the other bands that are soon to come, where every song is just kind of overtly fuck me, suck me, kind of like this banging chicks in the back room. Like this is not that. Like you like you said, you listen to the lyrics and it's like, okay, I get what he's talking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Stephen Pearcy is a deep lyricist, but there's a little bit more to them than some of the bands that came forward after this. But yeah, you're right. It's like, even You're in Trouble or like Round and Round. It's like, yeah, you're talking about our relationship and like this stuff.
I thought You're in Trouble was about knocking up a chick.
No, but I'm just saying the story.
No, I mean,
itself,
I'm wrong.
Right.
That's what I thought it was originally.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Like, doesn't he say, like in You're in Trouble? I can't quote the lyrics, but it's like, we're in the jungles. I fight with knives. I mean, it's like they're like there are different.
There's Street
things.
Gang or something. Yeah,
you're tough. Yeah. Like on the next album, whatever. When you think you're tough. Yeah. Well, okay, Steve.
That was on the EP.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was on the EP. You're right. Yes.
Yes. No, but like this one here, like even the guy at the end. Remember the butler? All of a sudden he's like goth,
rocking
he's got
out,
like lipsticks and he's got chains and shit on and spikes and he's like punching the bag or something. The butler.
But I think this period in time too is about their metal fashion, self-expression, and like converting people to their point of view and to the power of rock, like the power of heavy metal transformation was such a theme and such a vibe, right? And I don't know, this they were bringing in a little bit more of that slick production, where just the at least this is what I think about is, what kind of gear were they using? Synthesizers. They were not really a synthesizer band, but like what are the effects that they're using on the record? So I always liked the is it called backward masking, where they would get that like that effect where it was played backwards, but they would like catch up, so they were kind of doing some of that experimentation, not necessarily on Round and Round, but this record, Bo was at the cutting edge of he was like one of the most in demand producers of that era, right? I think he was dating Fiona. Do you remember the band Fiona? That
oh my god, yeah, my brother used to have that. It was a hot chick, right?
Yeah, and so Bo, I think, was dating Fiona. This is like memory serves, because I was in the studio for the making of the later records, and got to spend time with Bo Hill, because Bo produced my brother's record. As well, like my Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama.
I remember that.
Yeah, they worked together.
So that, right?
So there was a lot of, in LA, people would stop by. There was a lot of enthusiasm for getting signed, and you're playing rock and roll, and it was very cool to be a kid watching my brother excel and meeting my heroes and this band. I really can't say enough about how much I love this track and love Ratt.
Yep.
Well, that's enough about Round and Round. Let's go to the fourth track.
So we go to In Your Direction. Now, this album had 4 singles. This was not one of them. One of my,
In Your Direction.
One of the things that I love about this song, we talk about this with Kiss a lot too, is that because it wasn't a single, it's not beaten into the ground. But everything about this song, the intro, that little riff, and then when Bobby Blotzer just comes in with those drums, and then the main groove, I something about that slimy, sleazy, mid-tempo, slowish kind of groove. It's perfect Ratt. But then again, when you get to the verses, and it kind of changes again. The verses are almost like there's almost like a little bit of a shuffle, and then it stops, and you get into that chorus. And something about this song, I think the combination of the fact that it's not overplayed and beaten into the ground, because it is considered a deep cut, and it just really has the groove that I love. This is what I want when I'm listening to Ratt, and I've always loved In Your Direction, Ahmet. I just think it's such a killer fucking cool tune.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And every single track on this record, there's not a lot of albums that I can listen to cover, right? That I won't, feel like there's going to be one that I want to turn off. And I think there's something magical about this record where I don't feel that way. I did a drive from LA to the desert with my brother-in-law, and he was like, "Listen, man, we're gonna go Motley Crue versus Ratt. You play me your favorite Ratt records, and I'll play you my favorite Motley Crue records." And he really tried hard to convince me that maybe Motley Crue somehow edged out Ratt. And when we, because the drive is a couple of hours, and this Out of the Cellar is like 37 minutes long, right? It feels like it's a lot longer than that, and it kind of, I can't believe that my favorite records, aren't longer than 40 minutes. It just feels crazy when you just start thinking about, from that timing perspective.
Yep.
But going through this record, and when we got to this particular song, it's super interesting, and the boot. I'm gonna mess up the melody, but it's such a hard rockin' groove.
Yep.
Like hold on, you in your direction. Yeah, exactly.
Ready your way.
No direction.
And fucking kill.
I think we should be performing this.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll be a Ratt. We'll be a Ratt tribute band.
We nailed it. But that groove is epic.
Yep, love it. Fucking love it. Yes,
you can take that groove and you can give that to Soundgarden, right?
Probably.
You can give that to Alice in Chains. That's like a groove they would have played, right?
It's probably, yeah, you're right. Tune it down a little bit and fucking figure it out and do it. Yeah,
it's sinister. It's evil.
Yep. Yeah.
I hear you. I can hear that. Yep. All right. So, In Your Direction, this was written by Stephen Pearcy when he was still doing Mickey Ratt.
Yep.
So he brought this with him. Just another great riff and another solid song. Like, again, we know these songs so well.
Right.
We've heard them so many times. It's hard to kind of put into words. It's just great melodic hard rock of the era that still
give me your way in your direction.
Oh, geez, that works perfectly. I like the song. I always have. And I think they played it recently when we saw them in.
They did. They played it. They played it in Hampton. I'm shit. Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe they pulled this out.
In Your Direction.
Yeah.
Every song I checked on set lists, every song of this album they've played. It's not like Kiss.
Oh,
where there's every album has like 3 songs that they play and they never play anything else.
Yep.
They played every song on this album, some more than others, obviously.
Yep.
But that's In Your Direction. Let's go to the last track on side 1.
So we get to the first song that kind of switches it up a little bit here. We get some high speed, fast Ratt here. It's not a bad song, but I'm going to think that maybe they put it at the end of side 1 because they know it's not their strength, in my opinion. We say this about, I say this about other bands where sometimes I'm like, it's not a bad song, but it's like, it's not what I want to hear from Ratt. I want to hear sleazy Ratt. I want to hear slow, groovy, slithering Stephen Pearcy Ratt. This is a good, it's good. The riff is killer. Pearcy sounds good. The song's fucking stupid. I mean, the chorus is fucking dumb, but it's Ratt. It's Out of the Cellar. I'm not going to skip it.
I think this is a Motley Crue track.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
She wants money. She wants money. She wants money.
Yeah, they did it later on Dr. Feelgood. It's called She Goes Down.
She Goes Down. Yeah.
She goes down,
that's
down,
right.
Down. She goes down.
That's not good either.
Yeah. I like them both.
Okay.
I don't turn it off.
Right. I don't either.
This is Room Service by Kiss.
Oh, no, you did not just say that.
Yeah.
Room Service fucking rips, dude.
Juan Croucier could use a meal. So
Room Service. Come on, dude.
I mean, in terms of from a lyrical content.
Oh, okay. Maybe, yes. Stupid.
Lyrically, right? Like, I say this all the time. I don't turn off Room Service, not that it's played on any radio station, but if it hits in my rotation on my shuffle, I don't turn off Room Service. But the lyrics are comical, and she
stupid is
wants
better.
money. Yeah. Okay, I'm not.
I
gonna say
said it,
that.
not you.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. It's not my. I don't want to say it's. I don't like to say anything bad about rap for some reason. I feel like it's letting them down. Not in my.
You're cheating on your
top-
girlfriend by saying something bad about them.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. But,
Okay.
I
We got him to confess.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. It's
Okay.
I still think it's them trying to have a British steel rocking song.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. She Wants Money, only written by Juan Croucier.
Oh, there's your
Maybe
answer.
that's why you
Maybe-
guys don't.
Yeah.
like it as
There's
much.
your answer.
All right.
That's
I don't
the
know what
gimme.
you're talking about. I fucking love this. It's great. It's fun. It's cool. It's typical Ratt, sleazy lyrics. This woman, she just wants money. And at the end, when even since I was a kid, at the end when he says quick change, I used to say like spare change, loose change. She'll take
Yeah.
money from your sofa. Just give her some money. This poor lady. I think it's fun. She wants money.
Yeah.
I fucking
Does she? I always said it was cold change. I didn't realize it. Is it quick change?
it's quick change. So I'm
I
always
always
thinking like
cold
spare
change.
change.
Yeah, that's funny.
But like this song, if you think about it, could have been a pop hit for somebody. It has a Carlton type rhythm. It's popish.
Carlton from.
Yeah, you can
Fresh
do the
Prince.
Carlton dance to the
Fresh
song.
Prince. Gene's mad he didn't write it.
Yeah, it's.
I agree.
Yeah, I just think it's a little like.
Yeah, you're kind of making my point. That's why you want that from Ratt. I don't.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with it.
I don't want
think
Ratt
it's
writing
sleazy
Carlton
lyrics.
songs.
I think, Crazy Train gets a little Carlton-ish in when the lyrics start coming
Totally
in.
does. Of course,
on
the verses. It's a freaking
Yeah.
dance song.
Crazy.
Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
how it goes. That's fucking Carlton dancing. Come on.
Of course it is.
So I don't know. I like the
Honestly.
song. It's like ingrained in my head. I would fucking flip out if this song, someone played this album and took this song out. I think it just goes.
Okay.
But I think, although it really wasn't a single, the next song on side two, opening track, is to me killer. And this is this song.
Lack of communication. Now, according to Wikipedia, it was the fourth single released from this album. So, but again, so we got fast rap, but we have it slowed down. It's not She Wants Money. The main riff is fucking incredible. There are bands out there that would cut off their arm or their leg to write a riff like this, to have a groove like this. We've talked about it before. Bobby Blotzer, completely underrated. Nobody's paying attention to him. The groove that he keeps on this song is fucking incredible. Pearcy ripping it. DeMartini ripping it. The little mini solo, the little interlude solo. Oh my God. When Pearcy just screams out, like, back off, like, just everybody fucking sings that whenever they play this song live. Lack of communication. GOAT tier Ratt for me, Ahmet.
Love this track. I talked about it earlier. Love it. It was one of the first times that it felt like a music trick. You know, again, when everything drops out and Steven just says, back off.
Oh,
Back
incredible.
off. So cool. Too many problems the world can't solve. Too many people. No one wants to be involved. Black dove.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a weak point. I'll say that those backing vocals with the lack of to me, that's not my favorite, but that's okay.
That gang vocal situation.
It's a little eh.
The frat boy. We like rock.
Yeah,
You know, grunt rock. Yeah, cool. Let's play football. This is our track.
Communication. Yeah, fist pumping shit.
Caveman. I love this track. I didn't realize it was one of their singles. I actually.
According to
don't
Wikipedia,
ever-
it says it was their fourth single.
That's definitely correct.
It's got to be true. It's Wikipedia.
Yeah. I mean, we had KNAC. That was our rock radio station.
Yep.
They love these guys, and I don't know, man. This track just reminds me trying to turn your 11 or 12-year-old friends, onto this music and what they're listening to in competition. I went to a private school in the Valley in Los Angeles, and my musical taste was very different than I think, other folks. What's the competition at this point? ABC,
Duran
ABC,
Duran.
what?
The Look of
ABC?
Love. The Look
Yeah.
of
I'm
Love.
thinking of that song. Isn't that the song The Playground?
No, that's ABC, the band. That's in the 90s. We're talking about
That's
1984.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
ABC,
The Look of
Playground.
Love, Poison Arrow. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Oh, forget it. I can't get back.
Don't you think that there's always different genres of music, but in
Yeah.
terms of radio, it really was not just the battle of the bands, it was the battle of the genres between new wave or metal.
Yep.
And both
Duran Duran and shit like that. Yeah.
both
Wham.
were mega.
Yep.
Mega. And honestly, you were in either that crowd or the other crowd, and
absolutely.
and I feel like I was firmly rooted and felt bad about it, or conflicted between my love of new wave or my love of, when you say glam rock, I kind of feel like it was heavy metal or metal. I mean, the glam rock situation, I don't know who coined that and why that stuck, but to me, this is the metal scene
Yeah.
in LA. I mean,
It was called metal at the time. We
At the
weren't
time,
calling
yeah. It was
hair
it was
metal.
1984. It was called metal at the time, yeah.
Grunge
Yeah.
came in and then started calling it hair metal in the 90s.
Pretty
But
much.
At this time, it was hard rock and metal.
Yeah. It was on Headbangers Ball. It was called hard rock, like metal. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know where the shift from glam came in. I think there's obviously bands that are attributed to that, like Poison.
Sure.
And when people do think about, I guess, glam rock, thinking about Ratt, I don't feel like that's accurate of the moment for these guys. I
Right.
just think they came on the scene with real fashion sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was them, the Motley Crue, Def Leppard at the time, Quiet Riot. I wouldn't call them glam. Like
It
the glam
it
shit
wasn't.
didn't come in until like
didn't come in-
Poison, Warrant, Britney Fox. That shit came in later.
1984 was still hair metal wasn't a thing. Pyromania had just come out a year before. No one was calling that hair metal.
Quiet Riot was
Right. It was hard rock. Like you said,
Yeah.
I mean, this was metal. It was just a different type of metal.
And that's what was great is because all of a sudden Quiet Riot went to number one.
That's
which
right.
no one expected. And then all of a sudden Def Leppard comes out and Photograph hits big. And then you have Ratt comes out with the single. Now, who's this band called Motley Crue over here? Like, it started getting that, like, it
But
started
did
building.
Did Twisted Sister
Oh,
become
Twisted Sister, too.
glam rock because they were really wearing more
Over the top with the makeup. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like Kiss shit, but bright colors.
Yeah. So I that's how I interpret it. Maybe there's probably someone who's a better scholar on this subject than
But I
the
don't
three of us.
Nobody was calling them glam rock or hair metal stuff. I remember when D was on here with us and he was talking about, he's like, glam metal. Like, nobody was calling that. Fucking Kiss and Alice Cooper and fucking T-Rex were glam rock.
That's right.
Like,
Yeah.
It was like, so all these people calling them glam in the 80s, like, that shit came out way earlier than that. They were all influenced by that stuff. So, anyways, lack of communication, written by your buddy Juan Croucier and Stephen Pearcy. That little mistake in the beginning is like, it's almost like he's like,
I
wait a
love
minute.
that. I love that part.
And then, oh my God.
When the
Who
riff
didn't
kicks
like
in.
that fucking riff is like the quintessential riff of
Yep.
like that era, right?
And it's the kind of riff that makes you believe that if you picked up a guitar, you could play it.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know what I mean? It's not super technical.
I think it's the of the era.
Mhm.
It's the metal's riff equivalent of Smoke on the Water.
Oh,
Could be.
Okay.
Could
Okay.
be.
Yeah.
You know,
But this is what you love. Like, this is, you can describe like the whole era of like liking this melodic type of rock by going, go listen to the riff on Lack of Communication. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Like, listen to that song. That's what I like.
Yep.
It's just quintessential of the era. And I love that little short back off and then
Love it.
like 2 second solo that he does.
Yeah. Just
what
riffs.
I think about this record though, in general, that their other records kind of don't do is if you were trying to convince a rock fan to like Ratt, you actually have more tracks to convert them if they're not like quote unquote Ratt fans.
Yep.
This record gives you more of a way to convert. I think like She Wants Money again. If you were a little more not punk rock, but
popish.
Yeah, you get more kind of like specific little pockets of rock genre from this record, even though this record to me is very cohesive. But their later records are just more they don't do what this record does.
This is more accessible.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right?
Yep.
So, which reminds me, I'm going to go back to what you had said, Motley Crue, Ratt. Here's how I look at it. Ratt's top 5 are not better than Motley Crue's top 5 songs. Ratt's top 20 songs are better than Motley Crue's top 20 songs. The further you go into the catalog, you'll like more songs from Ratt than Motley Crue. I think Motley Crue had some fucking incredible highs, but some horrendous shit on some of their albums. Ratt doesn't have shit on their albums. They're very consistent.
Yeah, you have two hits up until the Dr. Feelgood record, then it's like game over in terms of how many hits and how big they became. Motley Crue became off of Dr. Feelgood.
I'm also going to kind of disagree with what you said about the top 5. I love Motley Crue, but I feel like Ratt's top 5 could easily challenge Motley Crue's top 5.
Fucking Home Sweet Home is the greatest ballad of the 80s in my opinion.
All right. Well, then maybe that's a Dome Damage episode we do in the future.
You go down the
wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You don't think what's it gonna be? Sweeter later.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Is that from Reach for the Sky?
Reach for the Sky. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't think Sweet Elena takes out Home Sweet Home?
I think Wayne Cool Jr. But Shout at the Devil, Looks That Kill, Home Sweet Home, Dr. Feelgood. Like, I think their top 5 are better than Ratt. And not by much. I just think their highs are better.
Future episode.
But if you go depth, I would take.
I agree with Tom. But I feel like Ratt edges out. I was saying this before, with my brother-in-law, the television actor Patrick Muldoon, motion picture superstar.
Yes,
and he likes this music.
Oh my God! Yes, we are brothers in metal.
Yeah,
like you can't even believe. Oh, Pat,
he was the guy on Melrose Place, wasn't he too on that?
Yes. Yeah. He was also in Saved by the Bell. Kelly Kapowski.
As Screech. What was he?
He was not Screech.
He was not Screech.
Dustin Diamond.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
Yeah, exactly. God rest his soul. Shit.
No, I think Ratt does edge out Motley Crue in terms of hits and honestly better songwriting. But
I will say this, Zeus. And I think you said I think Motley Crue's highs are higher than Ratt's.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
yes, I understand. Yes, I understand.
But there's some
saying.
Fucking shit in there.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
Ratt doesn't have shit on their albums. I think overall, I would take Ratt over Motley Crue. In my opinion, I would all day.
All right, save that. That's a future episode. Save it.
Who sold
bring
more
Ahmet and his brother-in-law Bobby Blotzer.
Oh, absolutely. It was absolutely Motley Crue because Motley Crue had way bigger singles. There's Motley Crue's
way bigger than Ratt.
Way bigger than Ratt.
Not even close.
Way bigger. Yeah, way bigger than Ratt.
They're not doing a movie on Juan Croucier's dance. They did a movie on Motley Crue.
40-something years later, Ratt literally just announced another fucking stadium tour. They're touring fucking stadiums.
Motley Crue did.
That's what I meant, Motley Crue. Right. Ratt's, if they're lucky, they're opening for Kiss on fucking the Vegas cruise thing. And I love Ratt, but they're not playing stadiums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to look it up. I mean, honestly, our opinion, Tom, Zeus, you might be more in the more on point. 24.5 million in the U.S. alone of Motley Crue. Ratt, it's around 8 million. This is according to Chat GPT.
Yeah.
I had to know really quickly.
Yeah.
Which is
close.
Actually is shocking to me. I wouldn't have thought that it was that much bigger, but I would say it has to be attributed to the moment that they captured with Dr. Feelgood and the quality of their music videos and just the that
the bad boy
moment.
image.
Well,
and
the
all
other
that
thing
other
too,
stuff,
the other
drama,
thing too,
the TMZ shit with them.
Rat never had a ballad that captured the world like Home Sweet Home did. Rat never.
Although they
that.
did play "You're Giving Yourself Away" on the Kiss, which I love. And
no, I know,
I
but
don't
that's
think
not
Tom's a fan of.
that's not a song that captures.
Oh, I love that song. Great job, Stephen. Anyway, all right. So you forgot to add the one great part of Black Communication when he just says, "In the age of the modern man."
Oh,
yeah.
Now that is a lyric that I always remember from that song.
Settle down, Stephen Pearcy.
All right. You want to come back for more? Get it?
Back for more. Okay. Now for me, the intro.
You got to Ahmet finish. He's singing.
I love it. I like his background. His background singing is great. The intro with this. Yeah, keep going. I love it. This is what we asked for when we had Ahmet on. But the acoustic intro and how Warren and Bobby kind of interject a little bit there. And then I'm sorry. I don't know how. I don't want to spoil my rankings or anything. I don't know how. I know this had a video that we'll talk about. But to me, this song captures all of Ratt. Like the chorus, the main riff. I feel like this is the song. I mean, I know again, Round and Round is untouchable. It's legendary. It's iconic. It's generational. But something about Back for More is a song that no pun intended, I keep going back to when I want to hear Ratt. And I just think this song, when you ask for like, if put it this way, Ahmet, you kind of said, if somebody said, I've never heard Ratt before, can you play a Ratt song for me? I don't think I would play them Round and Round.
I'm pointing to my sheet, Tom, because I had the same thought.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would play them Back for More because there's more to the song, Ahmet.
Well, you had mentioned on the last track, Stephen's lyric "In the age of the modern man."
Yeah.
You got to give him props in verse 2 when he's like, "He made you believe you're society's child."
Yeah, but you have to sing it like you have to sing that like he does.
You gave him an inch. He took you a mile. He made you believe you're society's child. Like that, right?
Yes. Excellent.
You get in his new
closed my eyes. I thought Stephen joined us.
Yeah.
And you're back. And then that riff kicks in. Oh, God. So good.
But this is like the equivalent, the epitome of the metal dance groove, and if you wound up going, the sustainability of this record, by the way, so once I was old enough to actually go to Crazy Girls, right, in my 20s, when there's like a moment in LA around the time of, when Motley Crue is like singing about their favorite strip clubs, and when you could just drive down the hill, I am guilty of having gone to all of the places that Motley Crue sang about, all of the places that Ratt and the guys were hanging out just off of the Sunset Strip. Yeah, all of those spots. This is what they were playing in there. And this is one of those great dance grooves that I'm sure many female dancers that may have had jobs at some of those establishments, I think this would have been in their top.
Dollhouse at Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, this would have been one of the tracks that they loved to dance to. It is a great groove. It is a classic. You can't think about Ratt without this track. And again, Milton Berle. And you have the motorcycles. You have a whole vibe with this music video. This was their third music video, right? That came out and crushed.
Yeah, I don't know if it crushed, but I remember seeing it.
I thought it was really cool.
I'm saying it wasn't played like as much as Wanted Man. I don't remember.
All Round and Round.
Yeah, I think Nikki and Tommy Lee are in this where they play the cops.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're like at a fucking 50s.
Like a diner,
hamburger joint,
like a
Connie's
doo-wop diner.
there.
Yeah. And that threw me for a loop. I was like, wait, what? those guys are playing cops.
Yep.
You know, and they're friendly. That was such a relief for me too, because I felt like they're buds, and I don't have to like pick between the two, and that they're
yeah, exactly.
And that they're friendly.
Yeah,
it's always funny because Ratt was always friendly with everybody. Everybody liked them.
Just likable.
You'd always see stuff with him and Bon Jovi. You'd see him with Motley Crue. You saw him with Ozzy. Like Ratt and Paul Stanley. Like they always had a good rapport with everybody. Even I remembered him talking about one of those VH1 things where they were talking about like Metallica when Metallica got big. Like I thought we were all buddies, and like, no, fuck you, hair metal. And he's like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yep.
Yeah, I think if you haven't had the opportunity to listen to Steven's autobiography, I didn't read it, but I listened to it, the book on tape.
Yep.
Worth doing. You guys,
I've heard that's good. I've heard it's good. Yeah.
He really gives you at least his point of view of the scene and how they came together. And I just, as loving them without ever knowing those interpersonal stories that he expresses in his book, it kind of brought everything together, and it made me real. I guess I started saying Steven doesn't get the credit, I feel, as the guitar player and songwriter, because a lot of the time that he spent singing these songs and working them out, I don't know. Something was lost on me, because I guess I gave more credit to Warren and Robbin on creating the riffs, because my experience working with my brothers, he'd have a riff and I'd go off and write the songs, write the lyrics. And that was just more of my experience. But, when you see Steven like pick up a guitar and play, he's a really great musician. He came up with these melodies. They had to teach these parts to the guys. And then of course they all contributed, and we got the great music that we have. But, I just never, for some reason, gave him enough credit. And as I go back to these records, I think about why I love them so much. They're great songs. I wish more people would cover Ratt. A lot of people are covering other bands. I don't know why people don't.
No one covers Ratt.
Honestly,
I wonder, but I'm wondering
because they didn't do ballads.
But I'm also wonder if they don't cover them
why.
because they know that Stephen Pearcy's voice is so, even if you don't like it, it's so unique. It's not like you could cover Motley Crue because Vince Neil is just a guy. Stephen Pearcy, not that he's like Pavarotti, but his vocals can't duplicate his vocals.
Here's the thing. I as much as I. AI and all of that, we can have a whole conversation about it. But I would love if AI ever gets to the point where I could say, okay, take Ozzy's his sound, and have him sing this track, right?
Yeah.
Would be awesome, because there are songs that I wish some of my favorite bands could have done it better. And the production by that's like, I guess that's the promise of the future. As we are in our 70s, at least we'll be like, hey, here's our favorite bands. Like, oh, have Ozzy sing, Bananarama, right? I'm ready for that.
Yeah,
it's a Crow summer.
Yeah,
that was
I can't wait.
That was terrible.
That's
sorry.
okay. That's
all
okay.
right. So Back for More, written by Robbin, Crosby, and Stephen Pearcy. And I think that's the big thing too with Ratt. Like, Robbin's role started diminishing as the albums got more and more and more.
Yep.
But they missed his songwriting.
Oh, totally.
And it hurt them afterwards when he wasn't around. But that's just me. Anyway, so Back for More.
Well, that's much later on, Zeus. He got sick. He died of AIDS.
Right.
No. I know that's my
bummer.
point. But but his contribution started dropping. And I think he was such a vital part of the songwriting process that without him, it's not the same. So the later stuff they started doing started dwindling. But Back for More, I love the buildup. I love the acoustic part. And then the band comes in. And I put the same thing, Tom, here. Hair metal, melodic rock, hard rock, glam metal, whatever the fuck you want to call this. This is a quintessential. Like this melodic song. This is how I would describe. I love this song, this music from the era. And they just did it better than other bands that came in after them. They try to rip off the image or rip off the sound and the look, all that stuff. Great fucking solo, by the way, on this.
Oh,
the
the solo,
chorus. When they did this live, every time I've seen them do it live, and when the crowd gets into it, and you're back, the crowd saying
awesome.
it back, you're back for more. The crowd goes right into it. Oh my God. In between Steven asking the whole crowd, how you doing? He loves to ask everybody how they're doing. Right to the last song, how you doing up there? We're good, Steven.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right, buddy. Video, we talked about Tawny Katane. I wish I remembered it when I was younger a little more. I don't, but
I don't remember that
catching it
either.
on YouTube later because I didn't know they even did a video for it. I never saw it live on MTV growing up. So it was just one thing later on.
Do you think, kind of like how they talk about the Wizard of Oz, that you can needle drop Dark Side of the Moon to the Wizard of Oz?
The Wizard of Oz, yep.
And it's perfect.
Yep.
Do you think that if you take the movie Bachelor Party or the movie Witchboard and you needle drop
Out of the Cellar
to it, that it syncs up perfectly?
Let's find
Speaking
out.
of bad acting, Witchboard is
find out.
horrendous acting. That movie was terrible.
Tawny
but
Katane is
it was scary,
really
like,
bad in that.
It was so fucking stupid. But the acting in that movie.
How
was like,
dare you, Tom? God rest her soul. God rest her soul.
Yeah, she's hot, but God love her.
Yeah. And then she got all fucked up and started when she married to Chuck Finley, the pitcher.
The pitcher.
How dare you?
And she beat him up.
You.
And she beat him up when he was the pitcher for the Angels. And then some team, when he came out of the bullpen, played Whitesnake. And the fucking guy, the PI.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he got fired?
He got fired. I remember that.
For doing that. And people are like, what the fuck, you classless asshole? Because they played Here I Go Again when he came out. Yeah. And then she was on some other VH1 like reality show of like rehab and shit. She's all fucking banged up.
Yep.
Poor lady. She got all fucking banged up. Yep. And that's too bad because, she was every kid's fucking fantasy in this era. Oh, man.
Who was more important to your childhood boner, Tawny Katane or Kelly LeBrock?
Oh, Tawny Katane.
Kelly LeBrock, because I saw Weird Science way more.
Okay, and now this is going to be another important question. Okay, so Kelly LeBrock, Tawny Katane. I'm going to throw in. I guess let's play a quick round of Fuck, Kill, or Marry.
Oh,
right?
I love this.
Kelly LeBrock, Tawny Katane.
Yeah.
Or what's Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Why am I blanking on her name?
Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates.
Oh, you marry Phoebe Cates.
You marry Phoebe Cates. Yeah.
You kill Tawny Katane.
You kill Tawny Katane.
And you fuck Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock.
Oh my God, the different outfits she would come in.
You definitely marry.
I'm not talking
Phoebe
about
Cates.
candlesticks on the nipples or anything. Like
witchcraft.
That. Yeah,
I'm not going to stand here
and listen to this.
Okay.
We're going to quote the whole movie. Fuck Out of the
He
Cellar.
won't,
All right, hold on. One more round of Fuck, Kill, or Marry. Okay.
It's going to be a 6-hour episode. I love it.
Okay. Ratt, Motley Crue.
I'm not fucking any of them. We're guys.
It's
you have to play. It's Ahmet's rules.
You have to play. Don't be. Come on, Zeus.
I'm not fucking dudes.
Ratt,
Motley
Crue, Poison.
Oh, Poison gets murdered regardless.
I would burn Poison alive. Kill them. I think I would marry Ratt.
Same, and then
maybe I would
Crew
make
is
love
because they're more like crazy, so you do a one night stand with them.
Yeah, maybe I would make love to Motley Crue. All right, how about that?
Would you make love to Mick Mars, Tom?
Oh, you make love to them, Tom. I think that's the right answer. By the way, I'd have to, as much as it pains me to say this, Brett. Sorry, bro, guillotine.
Yeah. Stop.
And people that are like, no,
you're not going to bang Ricky Rocket.
Oof.
Well, if I think about the guitar playing, because CeCe DeVille, he's such a character, and I wanted to believe that he was someone who I should really love his guitar playing. It just didn't get me like Ace Frehley or Warren DeMartini, and lots of people love to defend CeCe's guitar playing. Just it's not for me. So yes, you kill Poison. You definitely you have to absolutely bone Motley Crue, and you marry Ratt. That's the right answer.
Yeah. Did you ever see? Do you remember that meme about the look what the cat tracked in cover? Did you ever see that, Ahmet?
Yeah.
Guy goes, I jerked off to Poison for almost a year before I found out they were dudes, and then for like another 3 months.
Very good. Very good.
All right, then in the morning after, what did you do, Tom?
The morning after, what did I do?
Well, that and the Ratt song. He's giving you a good.
Well, yeah,
intro.
no, because okay, hold on.
Yeah, the morning after, Tom. Come on, it's all set up for you.
The morning after. So we have more fast Ratt here. But this one, I think, is far superior to She Wants Money because that song is stupid. Bobby Blotzer gets the MVP on this song here. If you pay attention to what he's doing with the drums, he is doing some kind of a crazy, sick shuffle beat, keeping the song going 100 miles an hour. The riff, again, just crushes the chorus. Bobby Blotzer, what he's doing on those drums is just so cool, and I think that kind of carries the song here. Again, I kind of said I'm not a huge fan of Fast Ratt, but Morning After I fucking love Ahmet.
I agree with you. And I think it's because I've heard their radio played songs so much from this record.
Yes,
that
good point.
I enjoy the less popular. I don't want to say less popular.
Deep
but
cuts.
The deeper cuts more. And this track is great. I love the melody. I don't, this is a song that, I personally think is awesome and more people should celebrate.
Yeah.
I leave the morning after.
Oh.
All right. So Morning After, written by Warren DeMartini, Robbin, Crosby, and Stephen Pearcy again. This is one of my favorite deep tracks by far by Ratt. Just never played. And I just love the lyrics and I love the beat. I love when he says, know what I mean? And he says it twice, and then you hear the guitar. Oh my God, it fucking moves me. I love it. Look in the mirror. You're too good for yourself. Don't tell me that's not a fucking great line. Like, you're so fucking hot. You don't deserve to be this fucking hot. You're a bitch, right? That is just so awesome. And then he does that Stand By My, and then I'll say, and then guitar solo goes nuts.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
It's awesome.
This has got so many little earworms in it, so many little different things going different manners. So I'll leave the morning after, and then he's got the galloping.
Oh,
can't you see that being like a heavier band playing
absolutely,
that riff and playing the song and making it more thrash?
Absolutely.
Shit, they could really be something different there. I just love this song. It doesn't get a lot of love. It doesn't get played a lot, but deep cuts galore. One of my favorites. Morning After.
Yep.
Not mad at it. Celebrate it.
Yep.
Yep.
You're insane. I'm insane. Tom, next track.
I'm insane again. So we go back to back fast Ratt here. This one is incredible. They actually played this when we just saw them in Vegas. I love this again. Maybe when I said I didn't like Fast Ratt, I lied because I thought She Wants Money is just so kind of lame for Fast Ratt, where they really pull it off back to back with the Morning After and I'm Insane. Yeah, just again, Bobby Blotzer, give him credit. The riff crushes here again. Good chorus. This is good. This is more good Fast Ratt. Surprisingly, they put him back to back.
Well, I bought the rocker, fell out of my tree.
I love that. I love that.
You sound like early Robert Plant. Is that what's going on?
There's no helping me, yeah. I can't remember my number. I can't remember my name. I can't remember all the trouble I'm in, child. Well, I'm insane.
Perfect.
Oh, my God.
Don't you like that he says child?
Yes. Well, no, I don't know if I like that.
I like it because it's different. It's different.
Again, kind of repeating what I said earlier, the deeper tracks or the less played, this is one of those really, really cohesive records. I like it. You can play it back to back. I sometimes start to think about the business of what was, what were they talking to the label about? What were the conversations with the band? Because I like to think that they had 3 or 4 other tracks that maybe they were going to make it on the record. And how did they land here? Or if that's not the case, then I'm like, okay, well, if they didn't think that, then at the time, what they were listening to did they feel like this song and the previous track, by being kind of like faster and I guess more rocking,
yeah.
yeah, like did they feel like that was going to be them capturing lightning in a bottle? Because this is a band that, you know, like who were they? What were they going to be?
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, those are the things I think about in retrospect when I listen to these records that I love so much, and I'm trying to analyze them, and you know, and the fun of doing a show like this with you guys. And I don't know really what my fucking point is, other than to say, like, I spent a lot of time asking these fucking questions that go nowhere. And
It's all good.
And I'm wondering if you guys.
That's why you're here. That's why you're here, and you wonder why you're insane.
Yeah, exactly. I
fell out of your tree.
I fucking did. I'm standing on shaking ground.
Child, you're insane.
Yeah, I'm an insane child.
There you go. I'm Insane, written by only Robbin Crosby. Nice riff, fast Ratt. I love it. It works well live. Steven gets, you know, he does those 2-inch vertical kicks that he does that are patent Stephen Pearcy kicks.
Yeah.
That Paul Stanley then tries to do. And then David Lee Roth goes, step out of the fucking way, boys. Let me show you how it's done. Between the two of them, like, fucking those kicks need to go. But regardless, I mean, Steven's killing it. The band's killing it. It's a good song. It just continues to trend. So we're into song 9 and we're still looking good. Do we have almost a perfect album? Let's go to the last track.
Scene of the Crime. I like the intro here. I like how this has like a dedicated intro before you get into the song. It almost gives me almost like a Night Ranger vibe. It almost doesn't even sound like Ratt. It sounds like a little slickish. Now, I like this song. I like the groove. I like the riff. This is probably the one of the only songs now I don't really like the chorus. I think those backing vocals are a little bit kind of like, it's not terrible. I like it, but I like the song. I like this tempo of this song. And I kind of like the story that Steven's telling. You know, got me a loaded gun. Like he's like, yeah, I'm going to hunt you down. Like, settle down, fucking Steven, all right? You just went from saying you're insane to I got a fucking pistol and I'm going to hunt you down. I like, cool song, really cool song. I think it's a pretty good album closer. It's not like, you know, the end all be all of album closers, but it's not a dud. Good deep cut. I like it.
I think this could have been a single.
I think so. Probably. It's pretty melodic.
I would have said, don't do lack of communication. I would have picked this as their fourth single.
Definitely would have had some radio friendly play, I think.
I love this track.
Yeah.
I think the lyrics are bonkers in retrospect. To your point, you know, I want to rock. I think this is a great melody. Honestly, it's one of the things that if I was ever going to do a night of covers, 100%, this is 100% always on my set list because I love this track.
Wow, nice.
I
you need to stream it live, the concert, so I can see it here in Boston.
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, let's work on that.
Yeah. Richard.
But as a 10-year-old, this was a melody and a story I could follow.
Yep.
Really clearly, and I was like, wow, he broke the law and it's a felony. I was like, yeah, that's like, I don't know what a felony is, but it's like really extreme.
It sounds bad.
You know? And then I was like, yeah, he's so pissed off that he's going to hunt down this lady. And then as a 10-year-old, you get it. But now as an adult in my 50s, I'm like, what the fuck is he actually? This is crazy what he's singing about. Yep. I'm so pissed off. I'm gonna kill you. That's no bueno. The song is no bueno. But you know, I love the melody. Love this track. I got me a weapon. Got me a loaded gun. You know I'll track you down, and you'll be on the run. No fun. Well,
I think you've been caught. You've been caught.
Oh, yeah. At the scene you broke the law in the first degree. Cold-blooded bitch. And he's calling her a bitch.
Cold-blooded bitch. Like,
running out on me.
Bitch going out on me. Yeah.
I love it. Yep.
I love the track. I hate to say it, love the track. Lyrics, and I'm not like a revisionist, and I think everyone's there to express themselves. But definitely, you singing this song in your car at the top of your lungs in today's social climate,
Probably not a good idea.
You're not gonna win over any new friends. That's all I can
I
tell
think
you.
we need to cancel Ahmet for saying bitch. Scene of the crime, Robbin, Crosby, Juan Croucier. Love the slow build. I am 100% team Ahmet. I fucking love this song. Fucking always, since day one, love this song. I don't know what part I like more. The verses, the lyrics, the build up, the fucking chorus. It's just, I want to rock, but you dared to roll. Oh, you dared to roll.
Oh, tough guy.
Blooded bitch going out on me. It's just melodic rock at its best. And then he's got that part, though, that I'm like, dude, somebody write better lyrics in this part. I know, you know, I know. Like, all right. That part. And I've been cheated and I don't want to play. And then an unbelievable solo as usual. And then they come back to the fucking chorus. Cold-blooded bitch. Going out on me, and that's a felony. She broke the law, and that's the felony. He's not committing the felony. She did. I like the other part too in the beginning of that. Well, he knocked on her door. He heard her beg for more. What is she doing? Like he's knocking on her door, and he can hear her having sex. Like
pretty much.
Oh, cold-blooded bitch, huh?
But do you feel like Robbin's songs and Juan's songs that they had different kind of relationship troubles than maybe Steven did?
Yeah. No, Steven didn't give a
think
fuck.
about it. Yeah, Juan's songs are She Wants Money and Scene of the Crime. So she wants money, and then the next one is I got a pistol, a loaded gun, you bitch. All right, Juan, relax.
Yeah, maybe Robin's writing about catching Tawny with Coverdale. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
By the way,
this song fucking rocks. Love it. Fucking love it.
great closeout to 10 tracks of epic metal.
Yep.
So impactful.
How about that build up in the beginning? That's
what I mean.
I want to ride. Oh my God.
The intro is awesome. Fucking intro
But,
rocks.
Tom, I think you nailed it when it says that you evoke the power of Night Ranger. That's
a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I love Night Ranger, so that's not an insult in any way. It just has like, I don't know. Night Ranger had like some of their songs, especially some of their intros and stuff, very like, cinematic kind of big poppy kind of vibe to some of their songs. So that's what I felt like when I heard it.
I just think the melody's really cool too.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a great way to close it. All right, Out of the Cellar, Tom, give us your final thoughts before we rank the songs.
Well, I mean, we've been gushing here for almost 2 hours, which is why we do these episodes. I mean, it's rare that we have an album that everybody gushes over. And I love when we do these every once in a while. And this is one of those. We listen to these albums. We never get sick of them. We love them. We love talking about them. I'm sure when we're done recording this episode, one of us or all three of us are going to listen to it tomorrow or tonight or whatever. It's just that good. It's just that good, Ahmet.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's always going to be in one of the top. I say top 10, but realistically, top 20 is the. Yeah. There's so many things I love, but it definitely makes the top 20 of a record I can always go back to and play it front to back, and that's so rare. There's very few records that I wholeheartedly can say that I can do that with. I just love this band. I love those guys. I wish Robbin was still with us.
Yeah.
I wish that they didn't have the arguments that they had and that they kept making bangers after bangers because they broke up and we lost this a really great band. They could have been making, more records together, and I would have been there buying tickets, buying those records, and I at least they sometimes still play. Thank goodness.
So I will add Ratt. We've been kicking this album around we've done album review for 6 years. It's always like, we'll get to Ratt because everyone likes that. Well, we'll get to this. I can't believe it's taken us this long to get to this album.
Well, because
And-
we stay away from the albums that we gush over because it's like, but every once in a while we do them.
And for me, this is quintessential of the era. It's Mount Rushmore of the era.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I would put up there. I probably like you're looking at Slippery and Wet, maybe Shout at the Devil, Pyromania. Like this era, like this is about as good as it fucking gets. There's nothing on this album nothing that I would be like, I won't skip it. No. There's nothing on this album I don't like. Like
What Ozzy records would you solo records?
Blizzard of Oz is an almost perfect record. Diary of a Madman.
Dire. I prefer Dire.
I like Bark of the
prefer
Moon.
Diary.
I like Ultimate Sin. Once he got into Zach stuff, I was like, some of the stuff is okay. But regardless, for me, this is quintessential. I root for Stephen Pearcy. I root for Warren DeMartini. I like them as people. I want to see them succeed. I want them to do more stuff, and I wish they would get more credit for being that good, and this album would get more credit for being fan-fucking-tastic. So with that being said, we're going to rank these songs.
Oh, pay attention, Ahmet. Rank them 10 to 1.
So we're going to go
1.
10 to 1. We'll go in order. So, Tom, song number 10 for you.
Number 10, She Wants Money.
Wow.
Ahmet, what do you got, brother?
She Wants Money.
Okay.
What? Oh. You're in Trouble.
Whoa. The fuck?
What are you talking
That's your number 10?
Yeah, and I love the song. Yeah.
Okay. Number 9 for me, I'm Insane. Ahmet.
Oh. I could go with you with that.
Go.
I think I'm actually going to go with you.
Okay.
I think I lock up with you on that.
All right.
So I'm Insane is 9 for you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 9 for me is In Your Direction.
Oh boy. Number 8 for me is The Morning After. I got all the fast songs at the bottom.
I would put In Your Direction there for me.
Ouch. Okay.
All right. So number 8 for me is I'm Insane.
Okay. My number 7 for me, Scene of the Crime.
I think I'm The Morning After, right? Because that's where I'm at with
Morning After at number 7.
I haven't picked that, right? Yeah,
Nope.
I think that's right.
Okay.
I think that's right for me.
So 7 for me is She Wants Money.
Okay. 6 for me, You're in Trouble.
I would do Scene of the Crime.
Okay.
At 6?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So at 6 for me is Lack of Communication.
Okay. That's my number 5, Lack of Communication.
That's my number 5 too.
Yep.
All right. 5 for me is Back for More.
Okay. Number 4 for me is Wanted Man.
It's Wanted Man for me too.
Nice.
For me, it's Morning After at 4.
Wow.
Love that song.
3 for me is Round and Round.
No, you're just stupid.
I am stupid. Don't worry. You guys are going to hate me.
No, what was my last one? I want to flip flop this.
Wanted Man.
You had Wanted Man at 4.
Okay, no. You're in Trouble is 4 and Wanted Man is 3.
Okay.
Because I know what the rest is.
Okay.
I'm the only one drinking here, so my brain is
No,
forgotten.
that's all right, man.
That's okay.
So Wanted Man was my 4. I wanted to flip flop that so we're clear with You're in Trouble to 4 and Wanted Man 3. So let me just give you the
So
no brainer, dude. No brainer. Wanted Man. Number
that's
3.
3.
There you go.
For me, number 3 is Scene of the Crime.
Oh, wow. Okay. Number 2 for me is Back for More.
I am like you, Tom, Back for More, because we all know what my number 1's going to be. You can predict it at this point.
Yeah, number 2 for me is Wanted Man.
Yeah, and I'm the outlier here. I know you guys. Sorry, you guys have Round and Round number 1. I'm the outlier. I have In Your Direction at number 1.
Wow, that's weird.
I just evolved. It's always been my favorite Ratt song, always, regardless of what album we're talking about.
Zeus, is he okay, bro?
I know.
I don't know.
But there's no skit. There's nothing. I could easily put India Direction at number 7 and have, Round and Round at number 1, whatever.
I really like You're in Trouble, and that's number 10 for me.
Yeah,
so both Ahmet and I both took Round and Round. It's Crazy Train. It's Round and Round. It's Shout at the Devil. It's Looks That Kill. Like, it's fucking Wanted Dead or Alive.
Welcome to the Jungle. It's like,
you give love a bad name. I will never turn those songs off.
Right.
It is Ratt's penultimate track.
Yes, it's their right.
And I celebrate it for those reasons. There's tracks I love as much, but at this record, you've got to give it props for the impact that. Yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah. All right. Now that we finished and closed the door on Ratt, we do this. So, Tom's going to go first. Tom, what makes you rock hard?
Oh, we got to find a way to change this.
Every month he says that.
Okay, so for me, I'm the horror movie fan, and if you're a horror movie fan, you are familiar with Pennywise from It. And if you're familiar with Pennywise from It, you're familiar with the brand new series on HBO Max called Welcome to Derry. And it is a prequel story about the origins of Pennywise. And it is fucking insane, like way more crazy than I thought it was going to be. And if you are a casual horror fan, that you're not going to like this. You really have to be into this shit to like this, because this goes places that I was like, I can't believe they're doing this. It's awesome if you're into it. If you're not, go elsewhere. But HBO Max, Welcome to Derry, the new series. It's fucking awesome.
Ahmet, what makes you rock hard besides that mustache?
I mean, this ball chamois above my upper lip, my wife appreciates it, so don't make fun of this cock mop that is my mustache. That's rude, Zeus. And sure, if you're getting rock hard with teenage horror,
that's what I do.
Then that's maybe I should be watching it. I'm going to take your advice.
We all have our crosses to bear, Ahmet. So yeah.
Well, you inspired me, because I'm gonna tell you.
Yep.
I listen to a ton of audiobooks.
Okay.
And there is a audiobook that I've listened to every single one of them, and I'm getting back into it. I think I've done it 3 times, and I if you like music and you like what we've done on today's show, like talking about Ratt, there is an element of this book series that they talk about these musical moments. There are these musical bombs that go off in the storytelling. That's pretty hilarious. So trust me, whoever is listening to my voice right now, it is so worth it. Matt Dinneman has written a series of books. Buy the books, better yet, listen to them on Audible or wherever you listen to audiobooks. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Tom, Zeus.
Yes, sir.
If
I trust you.
Buy the first audiobook. If you don't like it, I will reimburse you for the purchase of the audiobook. It is this incredible series. The premise, I'll give it to you straight. You have a guy who just finds out that he's broke, that his girlfriend's cheating on him. He discovers this on social media as
was it Juan Croucier?
It's Juan. His girlfriend is dating Juan. No, so he's super pissed off. He lives in this 2-bedroom apartment. And he's like, wants to get rid of, everything to do with his ex-girlfriend. But he's now saddled with this cat, Princess Donut, right?
Oh my
and
God.
Princess Donut basically is taking over the spare bedroom, and he doesn't have the heart to basically get rid of this cat. It's like it's a frustrating relationship that he has. He hates it. But he can't see himself letting this cat reach any harm, but the fucking cat jumps out the window at 2 a.m. and it's going to wake up all the neighborhood because the cat's in heat. There's a storm, a snowstorm. So he winds up putting on a leather jacket. He's just in his boxers and in his, I think, like his girlfriend's Crocs or something. He walks outside. He's freezing, and he's like, he just keeps saying, "God damn it, Donut!" And he wants the cat to jump out of the tree and to get the cat back. And sure enough, the nosy neighbor that he doesn't want to wake up winds up opening up the window, and before she can really yell at him, every single thing on the planet that has a roof gets smashed into the crust of the earth, and everyone just fucking dies, right?
Okay.
And so a notification goes off in his head that Earth has defaulted on an agreement that it's made with the Borant company, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And so these dungeons pop up, and so you can either risk it all and just try to survive on planet Earth with no technology. There's nowhere you can go to stay warm, at least for Carl and this cat. So he winds up walking towards the dungeon, and they say the dungeon will be televised. And all I can tell you is that it just gets so batshit fucking crazy. So if you like movies, or if you like Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or if you like, I'm trying to think of like, weird movies like Time Bandits or or Brazil, like Terry Gilliam movies. That's like the closest thing I could kind of think of. Meets Labyrinth, meets Maximum Overdrive, meets Predator, meets like it's like a hodgepodge of just the greatest situations. The movie Legend, meets Taken, meets. I'm trying to think of like. It's so the mythology that's been created across these multiple books is super, super satisfying. And the best part about this, why I mentioned Princess Donut, is because the two of them walk into this dungeon, and Princess Donut winds up getting an enchanted cat treat, and she's smarter and more powerful than Carl. And their relationship is French kiss, chef's kiss. It's the greatest. So that gets me rock hard to where I want to, contemplate, maybe adopting a smushed faced cat that I could name Princess Donut. That's what's getting me hard nowadays.
I don't usually listen to audiobooks, but you got me peaked, so I'm going to try it.
They do a great job. It's so sound booth theater. This is how nerdy I've gone into this. There's the people that produce the audiobook have done such a great job. It's wonderful. Please, everyone, go run, don't walk. Go out and get Matt Dinneman, Dungeon Crawler Carl, produced by the folks at Sound Booth Theater. They do a great job. Great storytelling. Awesome. Fantastic.
Nice.
All
Zeus,
right.
what do you got?
Now I feel like no matter what I say, it's going to be a letdown. So I got a Netflix documentary. I told you a little bit about it, Tom, in Vegas. I watched it. Are you a baseball fan, Ahmet?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a new documentary. It's Who Killed the Montreal Expos.
Oh, yeah.
So I fucking loved it. And it's all the modern players like that were on the last edge of like before the Expos fell apart. Pedro, who's a legend here in Boston, talks probably more than any player. Pedro Martinez is on there. And you can see all the great players, Vladimir Guerrero, Moises Alou, Felipe Alou is talking, Larry Walker's talking, Gary Carter, like you think of all the legends that have been in Montreal, Tim Wallach, Andre Dawson, Tim Raines, Denny Martinez, all these guys. How did the Expos get their franchise? How the fuck did it leave? I completely forgot about so much shit. I forgot that the owners ended up buying the Expos. And so every owner of a baseball team actually had an ownership in the Expo for a couple of years. And then they just went away into Washington. Who was responsible? And it's just so fascinating to see how Montreal in Canada were like, we're not going to pay for this public stadium. Like all that shit. And these owners after owners. And then they had a consortium of like business owners that bought it at one point, and they all fucking hate each other, and how it just like collapsed. And that one year where they had that great fucking year, and then baseball went on strike, and they had the best team in baseball. And so now, and they ends with like, I'll give you a little sneak peek. Like they do reunions, like the area, Montreal, to celebrate the Expos. And they call it the championship team. I think it was 94, 95, whatever year it fell. And I'm like, dude, you guys didn't win the championship. You came close. You were the best team, best record at the time when the strike happened. But anyways, it's fascinating shit. The politics involved. If you like baseball, you'll remember a lot of these names. I loved it. I thought it was great. So
Nice.
I mean, don't they have a shot to come back or no?
they were talking about it.
I've heard, yeah, I've heard that.
You know, there's always groups there that are trying to get them back. They're trying to get the Quebec Nordiques back in Quebec. Like all these franchises always try to get teams back. You know how it works.
That's sounds like a documentary I want to pick up. Thank you for that hot tip,
it's
Zeus.
Netflix. It's about, I think it's less than a couple hours. Pretty quick. You can watch it through.
I'll check it
nice
out.
and easy. Anyway, Ahmet, we're going to leave with, tell us what any new projects you got. Tell us about Rocktails. Where can people find you and see your handsome face?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I appreciate the friendship, the camaraderie in rock. You know, you both are dead inside. You have cold, dark hearts.
Thank you.
I think you should consider life changes. I'm just telling you all the things that people tell me.
Wonderful.
So, sure, if you feel like you have nothing to do on a Friday night and you want to be able to call into, I think one of very few shows that goes live on YouTube, live at 5 every Friday, and we do this for the most part. There are
Pacific,
days
by the way, people. Pacific.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are times when you know we pop off a show on a Thursday because some of us, you know, the team, we all can't work on a Friday. But for the most part, we are live at 5 every Friday Pacific time. And yeah, tune in then. We want to grow that audience. We love doing the show. We've been doing it for a long time. I think because of that show, I got to know you guys.
Yep.
You know, I really do enjoy any time that I get invited to do your show. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think, you know, hopefully early April, I have this horror movie coming out.
Ooh. What's that?
What's your role in that? Like, are you a producer, director, or actor?
Yeah, not acting. Produce a horror movie.
Nice.
I'm hoping to do 4 more in the coming year.
right.
I love horror movies. I love creatures.
Me
You know,
too,
I want to try
baby.
to do more of those things. One of my all-time favorite movies is Pumpkinhead. I just love
Yes.
that movie so much.
That movie's so fucking weird, dude. Oh man.
I love it.
Yep.
Ed Harley. So so yeah, I'm as much as I love music, I'm trying to kind of follow some of my other passions. So wish me luck. But yeah,
Good luck,
tune
my
in,
friend.
Tune in on Rocktails, guys. That's all
We will.
need. We want more people.
I've called in how many times for you, right? I've called in a bunch of times. I called in last time I
course.
called in. I think you had Sebastian Bach on. You always have great guests, fun conversations. We came on, I think, one time with your other sister, not Moon.
Diva
Was on, and we talked to her, and we were trying to give her a list because she's not a big Kiss fan. Remember?
Yep.
And you know what? I fucking forgot. I was supposed to give her a list of Kiss songs to make her like Kiss.
Oh
First of all,
yeah.
People who don't like Kiss can suck it.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Fuck them.
That's
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
To your sister.
Fuck 'em.
That's okay.
Yeah. By the way, how many times have I said "by the way" and interrupted you guys? I just want to give a shout out to Ace because I know we are all lovers of the band Kiss. Really messed me up. I hate when our heroes go. I love seeing that the guys were talking about maybe doing a new record together. That wasn't expecting that. I don't know if that's hyperbole, but I'd love a new Gene, Paul. If you're listening, please make another Kiss record. You know, I thought you guys were done. Is that you guys believe that? Do you think that's going to happen?
No,
Tom doesn't.
I don't.
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't. But
We'll
but I
have
don't.
you back to talk Kiss.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll have you back and talk
anytime.
Kiss.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank
Ratt
you,
rules.
Ahmet Zappa. You are the fucking man. This has been a blast. What a great, awesome episode to talk about a great, awesome album. Thank you, Ahmet. You are the man. Thank you.
All right, Tom, here comes the fun part. Let's rank this album. Start with the cover.
Okay, so for the cover, let's see. My top 5 right now are Rage Against the Machine, Blizzard of Oz, Purple Rain, Master of Puppets, Diary of a Madman. I'm probably ranking this too high because it's recency bias, but it's Tawny Katane on all fours with ripped clothing in a smoke-filled, fire-filled room. And we don't have a lot of hot chicks on album covers. Looking at these, we don't have almost any.
Great White.
Great White, yeah, but she's cute. She's just kind of staring at the screen.
Slide it in.
Slide it in. You just see her tits, which is fine. Ultimate Sin is a cartoon of a hot chick with a great ass. But that being said, I'm giving this number 6.
Oh,
yes. Tawny
Wow.
Katane on all fours gets a 6 for me.
wow. So
Yep.
right underneath somebody burning himself. Burn Man. Are you the Burn Man?
Yes, a monk on fire is sexier than Tawny Katane on all
And
fours.
somebody coming out of the dirt.
Yeah,
dirt.
exactly. Yes.
So Out of the Cellar is your number 6. Okay,
Correct.
Tom.
Yes.
So for me, I am going to go with my top 5, starting from number 5 to number 1. It is Diary of a Madman, Appetite for Destruction, Blizzard of Oz, Hotel California, Elvis NBC TV special. So I am going to put this at number 13, underneath Ultimate Sin.
So the cartoon ass is better than real life.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome.
I love
Okay,
her.
13 for you for the cover. Okay.
Yeah, and Tawny's a little further away, and I love this cover.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
get me
yeah.
wrong.
No, I got you.
So I'm going 13 underneath Ultimate Sin and above. How the fuck do I have Kick on the cover? Maybe it's the iconic thing from In Excess. It was very different, very 80s.
Maybe you like Michael Hutchins.
He is a handsome man. We need to do the handsome award for
We do?
then we need to do the least handsome awards and have
That's what we should do. We should start doing end of the year ARC awards.
first round draft pick Geddy Lee from Rush,
Ooh, yikes.
future Hall of Famer Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon.
God. Who's the guy from fucking what's that Grim Reaper? Remember that fucking
Grim
Beavis and Butthead one?
Look at his face. All right, let's go over to the album itself. Give us your top 5.
God, this was tough. This was tough.
You
Albums.
think you're tough.
Exactly. Yes. Albums, top 5. Number 5, Dirt. Shout at the Devil, Purple Rain, Moving Pictures, Master of Puppets. Man, this was hard because I love this album, but like you say it, we've reviewed a lot of great, iconic, nostalgic, classic albums. But it's Out of the Cellar, it's Ratt, and I fucking absolutely love it. I'm putting it at 17, my friend.
Whoa.
Yep, it's that fucking good. One of my all-time favorite 80s albums, one of my all-time favorite glam, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. I still listen to it all the time. Even it's one of those few albums that I didn't need ARC to listen to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Tom, my top 5. Purple, Blizzard of Oz, Automatic for the People, Hotel California, NBC TV special. I'm putting this at number 8.
Oh, a top 10. All right.
Yeah. Underneath Appetite and above High and Dry.
Ooh, so you have this higher than Appetite.
Yeah. I know,
Okay.
lower than Appetite. Underneath Appetite.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Underneath Appetite. I'm sorry.
But Out of the Cellar, there's not one song. The weakest song for me, You're in Trouble, is still
awesome.
a very good song.
Yep.
Yeah, I have this ahead of Shout at the Devil.
Nice.
I have this ahead of Back for the Attack.
Yep.
To me, Dawkins' best album.
Yep.
I have this ahead of Diary of a Madman, which I'm surprised at. But yeah, Out of the Cellar, number 8 for me. So.
Nice. I knew that would be high for you. Definitely.
Oh,
All right.
absolutely. The album itself is just almost perfect.
I agree.
Love it. I love the era. I love the way it makes me feel. Dude, you know how much I love an album is when we finish this album
Yeah.
I need to move on to other stuff we're listening to. I listened to this on my commute today.
Oh, me, yeah, exactly.
I still was playing it.
Yeah, you're not sick of it.
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of like the Wasp episode for you.
Oh. Quick, tell me how one song goes on the Heat album.
That was so long ago. I never heard
idea.
I never heard that album before or after, like that. I don't know. I don't. You could play Heat.
Yeah, go ahead.
You could play Heat right now, and I wouldn't know that you're playing it.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of Shoot the Preacher Down from Bullet?
But at least that's laughable. At least you can have fun with that.
That's what I always say. That's my comment about Murder in High Heels. Why it's better than fucking While the City Sleeps, because at least I can laugh at that.
At least you can laugh at it. Yeah, like Ode to Joe. Like, what the fuck is that song? I don't know. Like, what are we doing?
Shoot the Preacher Down.
Oh, God. Money, 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 money. Oh, what a horrendous fucking song.
Oh,
wow.
Talk about cleaning your palate.
Oh, really?
God.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom, can you tell us where people can find us?
Yeah, so we're Shouted Out Loudcast. We are usually an all Kiss podcast, dropping Kiss-related episodes every Saturday. However, we do these album review crew episodes once a month, where we obviously pick a non-Kiss album, have a third man in like Ahmet, and we pick it apart and spend a few hours with it. So check us out at shoutedoutloudcast.com for all of our information, all of our links, everything you can find us. We're heavily active on social media all over the place, so please check that out. And our email address at shoutedoutloudcast@gmail.com. Send us your feedback. We want to hear what you think about Ratt, Out of the Cellar, and all that good stuff, the album cover, whatever. And of course, we always like to say that we're a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
Yeah. Tom, we always like to end on famous last words. Do you have any?
Yes. Well, city lights are shining on me. Well, said it's time to go. Abusing you all across the country. Said I feel hot coals. Yeah.
Ooh. Lift your skirt. Lady, high in the night. I'm just what you need. Won't you give it a try? Don't put up a fight. It's gonna be all right. Can't you see? I leave the morning after. I leave the morning.
That's a song you know Paul Wishy wrote.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ahmet Zappa. Kiss Army, Loudcasters, Rattards. Thank you.
Ahmet Zappa, thank you. An amazing time. So much fun. Thank you for everything. Loudcasters, Rattards, Pearcy tards, DeMartini tards. I'm insane tards. And Zeus
Bobby
as all
Blotzer tards.
Juan Croucier tards. And as always, Zeus, my friend, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Shout it out loud, yeah. Shout it